Right. So
Have
when
y'all
last
done a
we
bunch of
left our
stuff?
heroes,
Oh, excellent.
there was some of this.
What?
Somebody this week was doing that. They're like, kiss him, kiss him. And I was like, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
That's right. We were kind of recapping earlier,
We ate oysters.
but it was also kind of like, what happened last week?
Yeah. But I don't remember what the exact end moment was. Oh, no, I remember. Like, Kismet and Orlai fell asleep on the couch after getting drunk and, like, bro shoulder bonding.
Mm. Yeah, Eliza, Willow and Ergun went off to find their own room.
Yeah, they did.
Kismet sent Prill out, sent Sir Lucas out.
Prill's already gone, and Sir Lucas is trying to find her.
Right.
I think he had tried to make contact and couldn't, so he's gonna go and ask around to see.
Yeah, he's a familiar now, so he's kind of tied to your plane. So he's running around trying to figure stuff out. And
I think I had yet to, but had plans to just check her room to see if she left like a note or anything.
sorry, say that again?
I believe I had made plans to, but didn't that evening go to her room and check and see if she left a note or something.
So at some point, yeah, you do wake up on the couch next to Orlac. And both kind of passed out on really good wine from the area. And you head over to Trill's room. Switch up some music here.
For some reason, it's still not playing music for me. I don't know why.
Very, very strange. And you do find a little note. And it says, trying to cross over. And it's all written kind of like a fifth grader, a little bit backwards and stuff.
Pencil's too big.
Trying to cross over, spoke to druids, said, said the veil is thin and Stag's hollow. And the note is like open as if it has been read, and you see a little mouse footprint in ink on it.
Excellent. Do I
Very much an intentional, like, just in case you found it, that he.
Yeah. Do I know where Stag's Hollow is? Let me pull up the map.
It's not on the map.
Oh, okay.
But it is not too far, maybe, half day's ride outside of Bastion.
Okay. I'm just gonna sort of rouse myself and extract myself from Orlok, hopefully without waking him.
Oh, he doesn't wake up. He's got like his head down, like.
He's a dad. He can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
And she just sort of, rights her tunic and brushes off the sleep from her eyes, just kind of looks at him for a sec and just has a little half smile, just looking at him, kind of relaxed and without tension or contrary nature at the moment. It's quite sweet looking. And
You have a contrary nature.
Relaxed.
making,
Roll for deception.
I think just make my way to, we would have access to food with this stuff, or yeah,
Yeah, you're
wherever food is. I'm just
guest
gonna let
quarters in
everyone,
the palace. There's plenty of food to be had.
yeah, let everyone make their own morning, but position myself somewhere where I can see Willow and Argoon come back when
Yeah,
if
you're
they
not
come back.
sure what room they went off to, but they are gonna have to eat at some point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna post up with some coffee and some bacon and a scone.
All right, Orlac.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull an Orlag and just sit there, maybe having a tune.
You see one of the kitchen staff actually comes out, and she like walks out with like a plate of food and looks up and goes, and turns around and runs back into the kitchen. You're like,
Happens to Kismet so often.
Sorry,
what the
just
fuck was that about?
blanket. Sorry,
And then
it's used to doing it.
she comes out with a platter that has a little, it's got one of those
Cloche.
on top of it, like the metal.
A cloche.
A cloche. Thank you very much. I could tell Brian knew what the name of it was because he was like, and she says, excuse me, you're Kismet, Arturo, right?
Yeah,
She says, I made you a little something special. And she puts it down on the table in front of you and pulls it off, and it's a pastry. It's like almost like a croissant, and you can see bacon sticking out of either end, and it's got cheese on the top. She said, I thought you might enjoy this.
you, my dear, are a goddamn genius. And I just take her hand and I give it a kiss, and I sit down and I contemplate the beautifulness that is in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's not just one either. There's like 6 of them on this plate. And
In my head, John, when you just started describing this, all I could picture was like a cinnamon roll stuffed with bacon with cheese on it. And I went,
No, this is a savory croissant.
yeah, and I used the bacon fat in the croissant as well as butter, and then I crumbled up bacon into the dough and then wrapped bacon into it. And the cheese sauce on top is actually not just cheese, it's whiskey cheese sauce.
What is your name?
he's gonna die.
Jenna?
Yes.
Jenna. Thank you.
Well, it's just kind of my way of saying thank you for all that you've done, and I've been practicing my sword fighting as well because I've heard of you and the tales of your mighty fightingness. Oh gosh, that's not even a word. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you are absolutely adorable and very, very talented.
Thank you.
I have a lot of other things I'd like to say to you, but best keep you safe. Keep baking and keep up with this sword fighting.
She says, one more thing. And she runs like full out, hiking up her skirts, and comes back out with a pitcher of coffee, some milk, and some Irish whiskey, basically. She's like, and some sugar and stuff like that. She says, I make a pretty mean Irish coffee.
And she just like looks up at the sky and she just goes like, if this is your idea of a joke, well done. I'd love to taste your Irish coffee. And she sits and she does her best to not flirt with this delightful temptation that has presented itself in front of her.
She's pouring it for you, and you notice as she's doing it, you can see some splinters on her hand from, it looks like sword fighting. And it looks like maybe she's been holding her sword a bit wrong.
Fucking damn.
Did anyone else hear that truck backing up, or was that no, just me? Okay.
Just me?
I wait until, we're sort of, the coffee's nearly drunk. I'm assuming she's had one as well.
If you invite her, she will do one, but she seems a little like you're above her, almost in this pecking order.
Yeah, and I hate that. So I would have just been like, no. If I'm having one, you're having one. I'm not going to sit here and drink one in front of you. That's weird. Sit.
Oh, thank you. She sits down. She's like,
and I just kind of ask her some questions about, like, her background and things, and just making conversation, making it more about her than it is about me. And, things are winding down, and as we're sort of finishing up, and I'm like, probably have better things to do than sit around and chat with
like, is it true that you killed a beholder in Mornhaven?
Yeah.
Is it true?
What was that like? What is a beholder like?
He was really drunk, so
I didn't know beholders got drunk.
the pirates around him were even more, so it was kind of like bowling, actually. But that was beside the point. One last thing before...
And there was a fire giant as well?
Yes, but I had a lot of help, and there was a lot of other people like just, may have struck the final blow. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to mention, and I sort of lightly grab the side of her hand and face the splinters up, and just sort of a little tiny soft, like looking at it for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you might benefit from a bit of a switch up on the grip. And I just sort of pull out one of my little daggers and flip it in my hand, and then just like place it into hers and like do the whole like, ghost as sword fighting moment, and just like teach her how to, actually hold it the right way and support it from her wrist.
Mm-hmm. That's what Eliza sees when she walks into the room.
And that'll give you stronger force and less splinters.
Oh, I need to put my finger through the ring.
Yeah, it's not just for decoration.
See, oh yes. Yeah, I can see how that's much better.
Keep somebody from, she's still got her hand the other way because she's switching it back and forth, and when it's the other way, and I just like pop it out of her hand and like grab it. Keep someone from doing that, and I flip it and I give it back to her.
I'll find coffee. No, it's okay. I'm gonna go.
No, Eliza, try this.
Try
and
this?
I like to the bacon croissant.
Oh. What is your name, delightful creature?
All right.
Simply sharing some tips with an extremely talented young member of the staff here, and
perhaps a future musketeer in need of some training.
Yeah, like as soon as you all come in, she kind of stands up. She looks very nervous.
Oh.
Are you talking?
Oh, this is
Don't worry.
Eliza.
Yeah. Don't worry. We're very strong.
Sorry,
We'll
Lady
protect you.
Northwood.
So Orlac stumbles in. Like,
I know, right? She's extremely talented.
he stops and he's like, he like looks at Kismet and he looks at Eliza. He looks over at this woman, person, whatever it is, and is like, I didn't know you were mated. And then goes gets coffee.
You know what was murdered?
I wasn't
Why
talking
is
to
he
you.
obsessed with mating?
I think it's a Draken culture thing.
You can see like she's just gone completely beet red. She's like, no. It's just
Don't listen to the Draken. It's just their culture is different than ours, and any interaction that is even a little bit friendly could be seen as something that it's not.
It's true. What do I know? I'm just highly trained and scholarly with years and years of study behind me. What would I know?
Some food in that mouth.
I thought he left.
I'm not even sure how Draken would drink coffee out of like a cup. Like they have jaw, like
Barbie.
Just sort of throw it back there and hope it mostly goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Will and Ergoon, what are you up to?
yes. We all want to know that. That is a very good question, John.
Why, thank you.
June, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I was just finishing a message to Willow.
You're right next to her. Just ask.
Okay, fair. Fine. So I was thinking like either we walk in together or Ergun comes in wearing a robe, trying to get breakfast to bring back to Willow.
It's like this very, very fancy high keep robe. Like they put these in most of the rooms.
I would love it to be like this purple paisley kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have a
Exactly
robe
what it
like
is.
that. Is it too small for you?
Huh?
Is it still too small for you?
I figured that since we've been to High Keep before, they probably have found one or made one for Ergun that fits him appropriately.
A bespoke robe? That's
A bespoke paisley robe. So yeah, he just kind of like, I don't know. Did you want to be present or no?
yeah, I want to come out.
All right,
You in robes?
we're both.
Yeah. Well, the joke that I was going to come up with was, they have one that's your size, and that's the one that I'm wearing because you took mine.
It can totally be that way. That sounds great.
Yeah. So
I'll just shuffle out in this huge
with frills and and in like his boxers or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever Drake can wear.
Yeah. Drake and
I'm
under.
like shuffling out, trying not to trip on this long ass rope.
I suspect that Ergun did not expect to find other people. He's just like scrounging food.
Yeah.
He just walks in and is like, oh, looks other ways.
Morning.
Ah,
What y'all
Good.
doing?
Willow. Good. Come. Sit here, says Orlac.
Okay. Wait, no, I need food first. Food first.
Try this.
What is this?
Heaven. It's heaven.
We've literally been to heaven, and it's heaven.
This is Palès.
This is Palès,
Goodness.
but in breakfast.
A palestry.
Palestry.
You're welcome. I'm here all night.
And so as soon as you sit down with your food, Orlac looks at the two of you and says, as is custom amongst our people. And like, I'm sure like at this point, Ergun starts wincing. But he says, presents. It is time for presents. Happy mating day.
Oh,
He pulls out these potions and sets them in front of each of you.
Kismet.
Is this poison?
For
Ergun,
Willow,
what is this?
he says, this is a potion of fire immunity. Ergun can run hot at times. This will help.
I know.
Kismet.
And for you, Ergun, the people at the mage school gave me this, unless John tells me that's not something that they're going to do, a potion of polymorph. It only lasts an hour. Enjoy.
Kismet, may I borrow your shoe?
Yes.
And then he pours more coffee.
He takes La Chancla and just bops Orlac right on the head.
Ow.
Orlac, that was incredibly moving.
Thank you. Thank you, advisor. Our customs should not be denied, Ergun. You gave me a very lovely gift for my mating day.
What did you get him?
Do tell. This is the first I've heard of any of this.
Also, here, we should all get presents.
I should get a lot of presents.
I
Get presents every time you get laid.
I don't know. It sounds like it, and I like
You
presents.
two should get laid together to find out.
I gave
Too far.
Orlac
Too far.
these small little berry gummy things that do mind shielding. So when he did not want to deal with the crook anymore and just deal with my sister,
Or vice versa.
Brilliant.
Yes.
But don't tell your sister I said that.
Orlac, you didn't get me something when Mina visited.
But you're
Not
not
that-
Draken. Did you want to follow Draken customs?
Not particularly, but I do like this one.
The
And
Draken
Mina's, like,
culture is
got a
very
mouthful.
rich.
Mina's got a mouthful of bacon thing, and she's like, "Yeah, I want presents when I get laid."
It is not every time coitus happens. It is merely when an emotional bond is established and codified.
And she kind of looks at you, Eliza, and says, "Well, I guess we did kind of get gifts for that, didn't we? When we got very surprisingly and suddenly engaged." And then she kind of like giggles and kisses you.
Ergun just hands back the shoe and just is like blushing his face. It's kind of,
You never studied.
I did not know prior to this that a Draken could become so pink.
He's rose gold.
It's very cute.
You're on fire tonight, Laura.
wow, it's so great. It's so great. Mm-hmm. He just takes his coffee and is starting to blows little bubbles in his coffee.
I follow suit because that sounds fun.
Jenna brings out another. She's like, "I've got I have a second batch if you like."
Yes.
And she brings out a.
Hi, I'm Willow.
It was, Jenna, wow.
Nice to meet you.
All of you, isn't it? Wow.
Jenna is very talented and potentially training with sword work.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I'm nothing like all of you. I'm just learning, but you've all inspired me to pick up the sword, and I've got some armor on the way, and if any of you ever, if you ever wanted to help someone with some sword lessons, I'd love to help out. If you ever needed help on going wherever it is that you go, I would love to come with you. Or if
Orlac looks at this happening and looks at Kismet and then looks at Ergun and goes, "Well, Ergun here is very talented with the blade."
I am Yes, but a different kind of blade.
Be that as it may,
That's-
unfortunately, where we're going next is not a place for you. But I can give you an introduction to a good friend who learned a great amount of the sword from yours truly, and my teacher, the retired Captain Doolin. But yeah, we'll get you an introduction over there. See what we can do about some lessons.
Really? Oh my god, that would be fantastic.
Young lady, you made the Palestres. We owe you.
Yeah, we gave them a name.
She said,
Like we're gone.
oh, and here's the second batch. And we had extra cheese left over. And I crumbled the rest of the bacon into the top of the cheese, so.
I'm so hungry.
Did you fall from
So
Palest?
popular at lunchtime.
Where did you come from?
I grew up in Lower City here. I got a good break and ended up getting a job for a noble person, and they liked me enough that when the king came over and had dinner for them, he asked who I was, and then he invited me to come work here at the palace. And here I am. And she looks like 20.
I was gonna ask how old she was.
Mm-hmm.
I forget Miles's last name.
I don't know if we have.
I know he's a lieutenant now, but I don't remember his last.
You know, Lieutenant
Wait.
Miles.
Lieutenant
No,
Miles.
Miles is
He has
his
a character
last
sheet.
name. What?
He's got a character sheet. Hang on.
His last name is Miles. He's Miles.
Miles squared.
I think the character sheet just says Miles.
Oh my god, if it does, I'm gonna laugh.
Although he probably should be leveled up. He's still only level 2.
Yeah, it's just Miles. Level 2.
Does have a last name.
And it's Davis. Lieutenant Davis.
Davis.
It's canon. Come on, please.
I love it.
All right, fine.
Hey, he spoke Miles with a Y. It counts. It's different.
Right, yeah. We're going to put in a word with Lieutenant Davis over in the 4th Division, our old division.
Memories.
I think this one's got a bright future, the Musketeers. What do you think, girls?
Oh yeah.
We need a few more strong women with good cooking skills.
Again, she's going to be so popular at lunch.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons.
Keeps morale up.
She's quite fetching.
Yes. All right.
And yeah, I resist all temptation to actually flirt and just try to genuinely help this child.
So Kismet lied to herself.
I noticed that she's not flirting, which is a strong difference between the last time we encountered a cute girl in the wild.
Make an insight check, Eliza.
Okay.
You are the person to do it.
27.
27. She's not just not flirting with this person, she is intentionally trying not to flirt. And you can tell by her body language that she's like holding it in.
Yeah. The last few dates have scarred her.
With a 27, I'm going to actually send you a little whisper, Tiffany.
Oh, there you go.
This whisper sponsored by insert sponsor here.
Hey, John. Yeah. Do an insight check.
Palestries.
Sure.
Great marked.
Okay. I'm going to telepathically say some encouraging things to Jenna. Like, she's just really preoccupied right now. Hey, this is Orlak, the Draken. Yes, I'm talking in your mind. Don't
I'm
react.
super freaked out right now.
Yeah, don't look so freaked out. Kismet is definitely interested, but she has her mind fixed on our next mission. Definitely keep at it. We're all rooting for you.
Orlak, the eternal romantic.
Matchmaker.
Argun will be taking pieces of the palestries and buttering them and giving little pieces to Willow and like derp, derp, with like little blueberry bites too.
Mina's just like, oh, they're so cute, aren't they? She has her head on your shoulder,
try.
Eliza.
They are very cute.
Ergun, you're too tall.
Oh,
Thank you.
I have to run to the bathroom. I will be right back.
beer.
Okay. Oh, bye. Where's it?
That was sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Laura, I am super excited for our characters for the next game. It's going to be so good.
It's gonna be so silly.
Especially because it's like, I just love it that like we sort of independently came up with like, you know, you had this paladin with the god of laughter, and then I had this halfling who's kind of in it to be funny. And it's almost like, you know, like the cute meat where it's like, you know, yes, they were destined to be best friends.
Mm-hmm. Have you met Tony?
Yeah, and what's his face? Sure, what's his face? Yeah.
Pretty cool guy. Pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know. You know, Mr. Bumble says he's pretty cool, but you know, what does Mr. Bumble know?
Yeah, but I want to know what you think.
I think we should go see what that horse would look like upside down.
I agree. And I just like scoop it.
Do we need to participate in horse abuse in order to make this a viable community?
It's not abuse. The horse is laughing.
Well, we asked first because you know you got to get consent for this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He did not say nay.
Guys, didn't you like make the horse consent forcibly? Like make him talk?
Well, you could, but that ain't really the definition of consent, is it? I mean, that would be like non-consent. It'd be like,
What you are very big, and you are very small. So why do not you make him upside down for laughs?
You consent?
well, I'm happy to go upside down normally, so it's not really a question of consent. I mean, you know, I stand on my hands. I'm like, well, you know, I mean, this is funny, I guess. And, you know, and now I can see up your skirt. Probably should have washed your knees.
Jenna ends up kind of like going back and forth a little bit from the kitchen, and there are other kitchen staff there now making sure you all have everything you need. This is kind of you're in a little section that's basically just the group of you. And then there's some other, you know, rooms nearby where there are people eating as well. And as you're sitting there, there's and you kind of Kismet look over and you see Sir Lucas Carpenter just scurrying underneath the door frame and reaches back underneath, pulls out his hat, puts it on top, runs up, and he, oh man, let's see, there we go. He says, Your Majesty, I found Prill. She's in the forest, but there's something wrong. Please help.
Oh God.
She's out in Stag's Hollow.
Is she captured? Is she turned? Is she what? What's wrong?
She was sick. I think she's cursed.
God. Shit.
How far away is this?
Well, it's in the Fey realm.
Did he run all the way back? Because I mean, it's probably like a week for like by mouse speed, but like for us, it's like an hour.
Teleported.
I was like going
You know.
collective style. He like caught a ride on the bottom of the carriage.
He thinks smarter, not harder.
Been riding dogs. It is not in the Fey realm. It is in your own realm, but it is one of the places where crossing over is easier.
Oh. So she's Stag's Hollow.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Right. Well, I guess breakfast is over.
Take some rest.
Everyone,
Puts a hand into the cheese and that's excellent.
Ergun, take.
I think if we're all met, this is our cue.
Let's go.
And I quickly grab some paper and a stick of charcoal out of my portable hole and write a letter to Miles and leave it with Jenna.
And while she does that, I turn to Willow. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
Nope, that was it.
As she does that, I turn to Willow, and we do our getting ready for battle dance, which is something we've done every single time. We can go now.
All right,
Like a tiny haka.
do this.
Orlac puts the book that he was always was usually holding and reading. He's like, close. Put it in his pack. Ready.
Right.
All right, Kizzy, where are we going?
Horses. Allard.
Wouldn't it be?
You can get horses from King at the palace.
Horses from the
We can
king.
just procure some because of
Palace
we're
horses.
in good standing now.
Jenna, are you able to request horses for us?
I believe we could request horses ourselves. We have more political pull than this woman. No offense.
She would know
I
who.
think she meant send a message on our behalf.
Thank you.
Why don't we just go to the stables and take some? Or
Okay.
talk to the stable
Let's go.
master.
Let's see.
We're going.
Tried to follow the path I have there.
Yeah, you head out to the stables, and they're very happy to give you horses. And also, and you will be bringing these back. Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Possibly.
Probably.
Well, here's hoping. There you go.
That has to be the worst job in a D&D world. The guy who lends out horses. He has to
Never
go,
to return.
there's no chance I'm getting these back.
The only
I would
worst
like to
job
think-
is horse.
I would like to think that he spends a lot of time training the horses to come back to the stable.
themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, with my weekend group, one of the guys is is basically his whole thing is he's a Cathosian horse rider, a barbarian, and he's like, I swear to God, John, if you kill my horse, and I'm like, I promise you, I will never kill your horse. And then with Daisy Fiddlesticks, our druid, being like, yeah, when she blew up these carriages, and she's like, oh, but the horses are okay, right? I'm like, magically, your lightning bolt destroys these things, but goes right between the horses, and they just go off, and all of the stuff falls off of them, and they just go about their best lives.
See, I'm a different kind of GM. The last time I had players that had tied up the horses outside the weird magic tower and then jumped forward in time a year, they came out to find skeletal horses still tied to the tree.
Oh.
Well, that's that group, not this group.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
This group has they're very different styles.
Yes.
because we're liable to destroy them ourselves by accident.
Oopies.
Especially if they date Kismet.
No.
Done for. Rip.
And whose fault is that, John?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Christopher Lopez.
Okay to love your horse.
I have a curse,
Not
and
okay.
its name is the Curse of Ingi.
Oh yeah, the curse of Igni. It's the real thing. You
Downtown.
um, Thank you. Out to Stag's Hollow. As fast as you can on horseback, riding across the Made Fate Channel, the bridge that goes to the mainland, to the lower city, where you ride through and you can see people as you're going through, and some of them are like, "Hey, I saw the dog!" Start like, people are actually cheering for you. It's kind of weird. You're finding yourselves really recognized around town. And it's not like you're wearing a badge or something, and it's not like you've met all these people, but somehow they all know who you are. But never mind that. You got shit to do. Go out through the gate in the wall around the city and make your way to the east. Yep, and ride fairly hard for about a half a day, and then you're at this old wood. It's not huge. It is a decent size, but it is ancient. The trees are large. There are, and kind of like a lot of them are old and knotty. And everybody from this area, make a history check. So that'd be Kismet, Eliza, and Willow.
History?
11. Eliza's like, I know I learned something about this place.
22.
Natural 19 for 21.
Eliza's pretty sure you're still in Heike.
Yeah.
Eliza's like,
I'm keeping an eye out for deer.
yes. Yeah, Eliza, you really do get that, like, wait, there's something about this place. And Willow and Kismet, the thing you know about this is the Illyriath, the wood elves, claim this forest as theirs.
Well, it would make sense that a half elf would know that.
Yeah. Maybe even some very distant family.
Ooh.
Stag Hollow? Is it?
Stag's Hollow.
Stag's Hollow. Plural. Got it.
Possessive.
Copy.
Is the hollow that belongs to the stag.
I threw in an apostrophe. For free. Cool. So, should we be on the lookout for these elves? Do they like us?
Does anyone, so this is like a village?
No, it's a forest.
It's like a forest, okay. Do I sense any planar incursions?
You can sense, you don't sense an incursion,
Or
you
planar
sense
ruptures?
planar fuckery.
Yeah, so I can sense like gates, circles, other portals, other planes. Hang on, I'm sensing planar fuckery. The border between the planes is weak here. Apparently, your mouse friend was correct.
Good to know.
Where's Pro?
Can I use my primeval awareness to sense like what's around specifically? I mean, I'm sure there's Fey here, but just trying to learn more. Specifically, there's other like fiends attached to this too. So I spent a spell slot. Yeah. for a minute, I'll be able to sense where all these things are within a mile of me.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that there is a blip of Fey out there.
Okay.
Can you sense
Singular?
to us?
There's Fey presence here. He points in the direction where he senses it to be.
More than one?
And Orlak, he points in the direction that you're getting this fuckery.
I'm sure there's like a head nod, like, you know, because this is sort of our thing. This is what we've been doing for years. It's like, yes, narrowing it down.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Before we get any further,
Yes.
I don't know if John will let me retcon this or not. Well, and it's not like a retcon for like what I want to do right now, but it would require something else, which is that Sir Christopher and I would have had like a safe word or something
Oh, totally.
to like prove that it was him.
Yes.
So having forgotten this, because I'm new at war, I turn to him like before we get any closer, and I do the little thing and question him, and I say,
Pineapple.
nuisance bug.
He says, hippity hoppity hip.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever the response is, he gives the proper one. And as you approach this forest, well, you get a sense that the trees are angry. They don't want you here.
Oh.
They just want to be left alone, more like.
Okay. It's not like
It's not like fuck off.
I did something wrong.
Not you, and yeah, fuck you in particular. Everybody else is cool.
You know what you did.
I don't.
And Sir Lucas just kind of whispers in your ear with a trembling voice. He says, "Be careful, my lady. There's evil within."
Did you see anything else when you found Prill? Anything lurking about?
I found her, and there was something chasing her. And she told me to run, and she could not run herself. She was mumbling and didn't make much sense. She told me to go and to get back to you and to come find her.
Right. So perhaps some kind of poison, perhaps some kind of possession.
She said the mouse said something was chasing your friend. What was it?
I never saw it.
Did she say any specific words or just mumbling? Did you catch any words?
She said, Inka dinka blinka. Didn't seem to make any sense.
That's not any language that any of us would know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we get it? Should we make a check on that, or is there really a point?
Nope. He's, do not ring a bell in any languages anyone here knows. They sound like nonsense words.
Great.
Interesting.
Oh, I guess Willow healing at the ready.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I always have that prepared for
Now,
us.
this forest is a good couple miles across, but
We can sort of use Argoon as a homing beacon.
Well, for a minute.
I think we go in I would have a general idea of where and how far it is. We just kind of go there, and if we don't get it at that point, like just expend another spell slot.
Well, if it's as long as it's the same general location as the instability or where the portal was or is, I can do that at will. So.
And Eliza could probably, like, once she knows which direction you're supposed to be going.
I also have the ability to lay on hands, which does cure disease or neutralize poison.
Excellent.
Oh, paladin person.
Mm-hmm. You're a real pal.
Put in.
I'm guessing that whatever you're sensing and wherever we're headed are the same place, so not that you wouldn't already be doing so, but when we get close, just keep an eye on whatever sort of portal there is. I can't shake the feeling this is bait. She's been bait for me before and has a certain kind of poetic. Anyways.
Do we want to enter quietly?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we can get a bit closer.
I can cast pass without a trace.
Well, the forest is still like a couple miles across, so we have some time.
Right.
Yeah. And I think once we get closer to the interplanar instability, I would like to maybe speak with the plants and see if they have any answers for us.
Mm-hmm. Right. You all make ready to go. Eliza casts Pass Without a Trace, yes?
I think we wanted me to get a little closer before I cast that.
You have like an hour with it, so...
But don't we have a few miles, or...?
It's a few miles across.
Are we able to ride the horses into the forest? Like, is it open enough for us to ride, or do we have to, like, walk?
It is fairly tangled and tight.
So we abandon the horses.
We lead the horses a little bit into the forest and tie them off so they're not readily seen from the road.
Kismet, if
Just slather them in barbecue sauce.
I was gonna say, if we're planning on going through the portal, perhaps we should let them ride, make their way back to town.
Yes. We don't know how long we'll be there.
We all know that they're trained to do this. Yeah.
Some high-keep horses are trained.
Or some farmer is going to have himself some free horses.
Yeah,
they'll like wander over to like wherever they can find food.
Oh, but I've grown so attached to little wee Buttercup.
My horse's name is Penny.
Kismet, your horse's name is Bottom.
Screech.
Screech.
It's literally...
Buttercup. It's always been Buttercup. Every single horse I've ever had has been called Buttercup. That's how I can remember that my horse's name is Buttercup.
Now, which one of these 5 horses is Buttercup?
That one. She points to a completely different horse.
The buttercup numbered one.
I like make eye contact with the horses, like
They're like,
Let's
Horses like
send
my
them
name's
home.
Chuck.
I feel like Ergun's horse is like this giant, like,
Yes.
like one of those like
Clydesdale.
Wells Fargo.
Clydesdale.
Mhm. Yeah, their hooves are like
Mhm.
they
The
got it.
dragonborn of horses.
yes. You head inside the forest and kind of start creeping inside, and as you do, you can hear the trees almost like almost as if they're leaning in toward you.
Yeah. Should I chat with them now? I'm uncomfortable.
Probably a good idea. Let them know we mean no harm.
Unless it's a resource that you can't recover quickly. Otherwise, we may be in for a long
It's a lower level
day.
spell.
Especially if we're moving into the other plane, we may need every resource. That's a very in-game way of saying, hey, it's like the first thing of the game. Let's keep our spell slots because, might be long and far between before you get another long rest.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna say in Sylvan, like, we mean you no harm. We're not here to harm the forest.
I'll say the same thing, but in Druidic, just in case.
It's covering all the bases.
I will say the same thing, but in common.
I will say in Sylvan to Kismet, if the trees answer back, the Fey realm has really invaded this area and we're in for a lot of trouble.
Better to now.
If it does or if it doesn't hurt to be nice.
Can hurt.
Echo hug a tree. Willow's gone.
Bite your shoulder off.
She just gets sucked into the tree.
Every goddamn time with the druid.
Not again.
And then you see it go up the tree like a bulge, and then she suddenly comes out of it, and her arms are in this, and she's riding it around like a mech. She is Mecha Willow.
This will be handy for the Fey realm.
Except it still has its roots in the ground, so she can't really go anywhere. It looks like one of those balloon dudes.
Oh my god.
I was thinking more along the lines of tree formers, willow in disguise.
I'll form the bark.
All right, so you start creeping through the forest toward where Orlac is sensing this. But I do need you, or whoever wants to do it, make a survival check.
Oh, Eliza, you're probably gonna be the best at that.
No, I am not.
You're not?
I have a +6 to this.
Ah, there we go.
Ergoon seems more like he can survive than I can.
Ergoon, do survivey things.
He's the one that got the ping in the first place, so yeah.
That's true.
Eliza's not a survival ranger as much as she is a shooty ranger.
Fair enough.
My athletics. That's where
15.
I lack.
15 total.
With advantage, by the way, because you have Orlac's sense.
And my axe.
On my ass.
A 17.
17. All right. Yeah, there are a couple points where you're moving in, like it's suddenly just like solid trees, and you can't even get through. And you have to go around, and you're having to like move. You're having, instead of a direct line like you might be able to go through a regular forest, this forest is so twisted and knotted, and a lot of the trees are like joined together that they create these walls, and you're having to like double back and go the long way around. But you are making progress.
This is reminding me of the Nightmare Realm a little too much.
I think this might be a good time to cast that spell, Eliza.
No one get a little closer. And I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace. So stay within 30 feet of me.
Everybody get under Eliza's umbrella.
30? We're going to stay within 3 feet of you.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Our cheeks will touch. I don't care which cheeks, but they will touch. Sorry. What?
I'm going to sneak.
Okay. Let's do it.
Everybody make stealth checks.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I have disadvantage at this.
Great.
We can't play. I don't have any dice. Sorry.
Oh no!
Come on.
I guess we win.
Well, John,
We won D&D.
My fault.
John, here's the great thing about being a GM. We have no idea.
Well, you
Make up numbers. We don't care. We don't know.
We had 10 to this roll, correct?
Yes.
Yes. 32 for me. You guys
You're
can't
not even in the
realize
game
it.
anymore.
Yeah.
That would be a 34.
Eliza's meeting our first level characters from the next game.
So is
19.
Kismet.
20.
Tiffany, she's standing behind you.
I rolled a 2
I rolled a 5.
and I get a 19.
Yeah, and I got a 20.
Love passes without a trace.
Ergun has a 26.
26. Yeah, does
Atta
anyone
boy.
pass the trace for the next campaign?
Maybe I was trying to quiet Ergun down, and in turn, I like tripped on something.
We look
Still-
over
still a
and we
19.
see
I
a
appreciate
group
that.
of weirdos.
I know.
First level weirdos.
Yeah,
Sneaking
first
that
level.
way towards the forest.
Eliza casts this, and the shadows seem to cling to you. And as you step, the leaves don't crunch as loudly, and as you pass through the bushes, they don't, sound as loud either. And after some time, you start seeing mist clinging low to the ground. And Orlac, you can feel that you're getting towards the weak point. There's no portal here, but it feels like,
Weakness in the general
like
fabric.
the Fey realm is notorious for, like, if you walk the wrong way through the woods, as many of us know, you might end up there.
You cross over accidentally.
Yeah, and this feels like that sort of deal.
So I think Orlac starts talking to people mentally, like telepathically, like he's not lecturing, but he's rattling off, like, if you see a circle of mushrooms, do not enter it. If there's a rowan tree, do not go around it counterclockwise. Like, he's like listing the things that his research has kind of shown could possibly make you cross over.
It's like in-flight safety video.
Yeah.
Except it's just every example he's ever heard of it, and really the answer is it's whatever the Fae who,
Oh, no, they have rules. They're all about rules.
They are
all about rules.
So
They just don't tell you what they are. That's the hard part.
who's in front? Nergoon's in front. And
Kismet. And then Orlac, and then myself and Willow.
Yeah.
All right, Ergun, Kismet, perception checks.
Look with your special eyes.
What do your dragon eyes see?
Red shirt.
I have a dirty 20.
Nice.
I have a 10.
Ergun was in front of her. Well, I see
He's really
Ergun's
tall,
back.
you guys.
I see scales.
He's like
Bro,
8 feet. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah.
Ergun,
Oh,
Oh my god.
house.
Survival mode.
Like J.J. Abrams right there for a second. I swear.
up ahead, maybe around 100 feet or so from you, in the mist, which is now like probably going up around 10-15 feet in the trees, you see what looks like a head, like a person, not just a disembodied head, but like you see a person's outline, but mostly their head, because that's the part that you can tell the most.
Do I just see one person?
That's all you see right now.
Okay. I will turn back, non-verbally communicate.
The rest of you see this.
I feel like Orlac and I probably have some sort of means of communicating. Like he'll ask me questions telepathically, and I just nod my head or no.
Yeah. It's a lot of what is it over there? Is it over there? Point toward the thing you want me to look at.
There's one person.
If Orlok were to listen into Ergun's head, he would hear dun 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 dun.
That's only when he's doing like the belly crawl thing.
When he's swimming all that gator style.
Ergun.
Trips up.
So what would you like to do?
That sounded like a fart.
Ergun's gonna.
Can we tell who it is from here?
It's 100 feet away. It's kind of. It's 100 feet, 100 yards.
Silhouetted, like in the mist.
Did you say 100 feet or 100 yards, John?
About 100 feet.
Okay.
So I'll say telepathically that Ergun will follow your lead.
So probably just because we're still like tied up in this brush or whatever like that, Ergun probably can't really pull out his greatsword. So he'll just kind of produce these giant like claws on his hand, like shink, and like we'll kind of continue to move forward.
Right. What are the rest? Just you moving forward, or what are the rest of you doing?
You motioned us to move forward or tell us to stop?
Do you require backup?
I think we all can go.
Be like right.
We're all
on
like
my
stealthy,
shoulder,
so we might as all stick together.
Yeah, I'm following along.
Yep, I'm gonna stay close.
I'm ready.
Fuck.
No, what?
Stay behind me. And she steps in front of Ergun and just sort of like motions for him to stay like a little back.
He'll kind of like close his eyes like, I'm not sure. And we'll like bow his head and let you proceed.
What do you do?
We all move forward still? Or would
I
you like-
draw both of my blades.
On that, I draw my bow.
And just kind of hold them behind me. Not quite dragging on the ground, but ready at the side. And silently, like, I rolled a fucking 34. But moving closer.
All right.
So hopefully, if I were to enter their field of vision, it would simply look like I'd appeared there. Or if I can stick into some of the fog until I get closer.
All right. You move a little bit further ahead, and this figure doesn't move. And as you get a little closer, you start making out horns, shoulders, arms. You can see that it is gray. All gray. And as you get closer, you realize it looks like a statue of Prill.
Or like, look, or like you hear, like kids, you hear, or like this voice in your mind going, Basilisk, Medusa, Gorgon. He's like listing. He starts listing the things that turn people into stone.
It's not that. It's not a monster, not physically. Anyways. I look around. Can I see anything in the direction that Pearl is looking?
Use a mirror just in case.
Looking all around. Anything?
Make a perception roll.
Okay. 19.
It's kind of hard to see. Your vision's a little limited here because the trees are thick and the mist. One thing you do notice is that there are ruins here, very overgrown and retaken by the land. But you don't see any sort of creatures.
I mean, do any of you know how to fix this?
Try lay on hands, but
It's going to be ineffectual.
I think it'll take
I don't think
more.
it's going to do anything. Yeah.
There is a spell I know of, but I don't have access to it.
Restoration.
A greater restoration.
I do have it prepared.
Lila, we might need some of your greatest spells for what's ahead, though.
What do you mean? Well,
This is what we're here for.
I'll walk towards them.
Willow, make sure it is something that will actually work before you just cast it.
Right. Well,
Kismet, are you walking away from us?
Kismet walks away from you.
Kismet? I go to grab her.
Mhm.
She can follow me, but I will pull her along with me until I
Tell me
can
what
see
it
them.
is.
I have to see them. I have to see their faces.
Ooh.
Wait, are there more?
You look in the direction that she's starting to walk. You've all caught up by now, and you can see a couple more figures in the mist.
Same deal.
That
As
bodes
you get a
poorly.
little closer, you can see that they are elves. Lyriath.
All of them?
Yeah.
Illyriath. Aren't those the elves that claim this wood as their own?
Yes.
Are they
Oh,
wearing modern-looking clothing, or how can we tell how long these people have been statues?
Hard. You should be able to make a perception or investigation.
How many of them are there?
Those are equally
Otherwise, I'm
bad.
talking with plants.
Definitely wearing clothes.
Wow, great.
Well, John, I mean, I knew of them from my history check. Would this be like? Would we? I mean, we've heard from them. Like they exist. Like this is a thing that is. You're like, we wouldn't have heard about this yet. Yes, this is surprising to see. Or are they like mysterious? Nobody knows
Actually,
what
Sir
they do?
Lucas Carpenter says, "The elves. Oh no, they were living when we left.
Like when you
When I
left
left,
yesterday.
yes."
That would seem to indicate much more of a monster or some sort of.
What on earth does he have planned?
Orlok, are you able to sense anything nearby?
The border's weak, but I don't sense a portal.
I'll spend another spell slot.
Well, keep in mind, I also have Divine Sense within 60 feet, if you would prefer me to use that, and that doesn't use a spell slot for me.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, John, I'm going to use
65 feet away.
Divine Sense within 60 feet and see if I can sense anything celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
You stop and you kind of
Good
like
and evil.
sense the forest around you, and you don't sense anything celestial, fiend, or undead.
But that would not pick up any Fey.
I would not pick up Fey.
So, Ergun, just seeing kind of like how tenuous this situation might be, will pull out his greatsword in one hand, and then lay a hand on Willow, and cast protection from evil and good on her.
Kismet, up ahead from these couple of figures that you see, you can see that there are some ruins, some columns that are broken, and it looks like a little downward stair or something like that goes into like a pit. But not like a, pit trap or something like that, like intentionally built.
Down. Yeah, I mean, as I'm moving through the figures, just looking around for anything around them that's not stone, like if there's bags or thing on a table or anything, making my way towards where that stair is. There's got to be something.
You notice there's a deer that is also stone.
This is definitely a monster. Possibly under control of the Fey, but there's no reason a Fey lord or someone would cast a spell like flesh to stone on a deer. Or it's a trap. Both. Ergun, do you see any tracks? This just looks like dirt to me.
I'll do a survival check.
Yeah.
17.
17. Kind of move some of the mist out of the way, and you look around Prill, and you see something that looks like you almost miss it, because it looks just like something natural, some sort of natural imprint. But the fact that whatever made this, what would it be? It would be like branches, basically, that hitting the ground here. That shouldn't be gone, because there's multiple ones of this. And as you're looking at that Kismet, suddenly coalescing in the mist, you see this tall creature made from bits and pieces of logs and branches, and it has antlers and these like kind of glowing blue eyes and like some sort of energy inside it, and it just takes a swipe at you.
With disadvantage, because my cloak.
Oh yeah.
My cloak.
Disadvantage for surprise, or with advantage for surprise, so just a regular roll. And $17.
Miss.
Misses. You just dodge out of the way really fast, and it goes
Evil tree.
and
Orlac goes, never mind. Or everyone, never mind.
found it. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiatives.
Ooh. I got good on initiative.
What?
I know.
You?
You have Saley stare into the depths of your soul, and then you get good at certain things.
Every single time Willow does
Like
something
Willow.
well, you have Saley stare into the depths of your soul.
It changes a person, okay? She's the goddess of beauty and love. Like,
If she ever has a kid, she's going to be like, labor was so easy. I didn't feel anything, and then I sneezed, and they were out.
I just willed him into existence, and there he was.
You have
Emma
Saley
Stein.
stare into the depths of your soul, and
I still have that tab open. Let's see. Where is she? Saley.
How do I add myself to this?
She does not have kids. She is the daughter of Stratos and Verena, though. According to the Aldgate WordPress.
Ah, there we go.
Boom.
Boom. That was fast moving, Willa.
I was ready.
Not fast enough.
Might have a spell for this.
it seems I will be going last. I'm going to take this chance to use the restroom.
Yes.
Use that
I'm
rift.
actually going to do that as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Battle potty break.
Gotta pee before you go fight.
Oh my.
Does Sir Christopher get a turn?
Familiars, I think, go on your turn.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, it can go either way, but I think it's always easier for them to go on your turn.
Yeah. I'm ready. I have a plan.
Sorry, I don't think he's going to be doing much during battle.
It's a pretty map. It's a shame we're gonna have to destroy it. Wah, wah. Also, the creature thing is very cool looking. It's a shame we gotta kill it.
Makes me think of a lesson.
What's that?
A lesson?
Yeah.
Let me find a picture.
It's when something happens and you learn from it.
Ah,
I was not expecting that.
that's actually kind of hilarious.
Thank you.
You're kind of hilarious.
I do what I can.
I'll be here all night. Ah.
Ooh, I want a cookie.
Oh, that's a good
I
idea.
want a cookie.
I want a cookie.
Just search lesson into Google.
I think you even spell that.
Exactly how it sounds. Leshen.
Yeah.
Lesson.
Leshy. My Google's like, it's called Leshy. Oh, they're from The Witcher. Or they're in The Witcher.
At least that like depiction of it is. There's like Leshen's kind of like a it comes from like a Slavic mythology kind of thing.
Sure.
But I mean, like Witcher, all Witcher is just a whole bunch of like Slavic, kind of like myths anyway. So
Hot. Cool. Yeah, that's spooky. It's got antlers. It's got.
spooky, scary skeletons.
It's almost spooky season.
This is like one of my favorite.
You're
kinds-
muted.
It is spooky season.
Yeah. Which means my birthday's right around the corner.
When's your birthday?
October 6th. It's a
Is this-
Friday, and I'm turning 30, bitch.
Oh shit! Are we gonna go get crazy?
Yeah.
Can I come?
Yes.
Great, cool. Yeah, Smith, do you want to come up? You want to hang with us?
Come on for my birthday.
Like,
We
I
got
really,
summer.
really want to now.
Yeah.
When?
So ever since I moved into my current place, which has only been, it was literally just a year ago, my housemate and I do joint birthday parties because her birthday is September 27th and mine is October 6th, so they're very close. And we're thinking of doing a theme this year because we like Halloween and dressing up and doing costumes and having bonfires and drinking and eating food and hanging out with friends and setting up Rock Band and then playing Rock Band.
That was like the one video game I was never good at.
Rock Band?
Yeah.
Let's do
For
this.
some reason,
thing.
like this, like doing things this way and not like this or like this, just like completely bewildering to me.
I don't have the range, like for any of the harder leveled songs, because they have like 5 buttons, and this is a 4-button range.
What is your theme? Do you guys have an idea of what it's gonna be?
We've been chatting. We keep talking about doing like a Western theme.
Cool.
So you can come as some kind of cowboy, or like space cowboys, like Mandalorians, or
I'm down with that.
yeah,
With that.
like it's a very general, like open to interpretation thing because we're all fucking artists.
Cool.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
all artists.
Yeah, we're talking about my upcoming birthday.
I heard 30.
Yeah. 30.
Crazy talk.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just young.
I'm just a baby.
Mm-hmm.
30
Nope.
feels so good though. Just gonna say,
1993, baby.
30 feels so good.
I'm so excited. Fuck these 20s.
Yeah.
Yes.
30s is where shit really starts happening.
Yeah. People keep telling me my body's gonna start hurting, and I'm like, bitches, it already does.
I love the I like the videos I see like on Instagram or whatever. Is like someone who's like opening up like some sort of like closet door and it's like squeaky, and like, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna throw some WD-40 on this, but it's still squeaky. Doesn't know why, and then it's it's his arm that's squeaking.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
They don't
My
have
wife's been
body.
watching this YouTube show, and it's some chef. I guess now he does this full time, but all he does is like comment on people's cooking videos.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, reaction videos.
it is,
Yeah.
but it is gut wrenchingly funny because he's like, sure, because it's people send like he gets the worst ones. Like it's not like good shit. Like sometimes it is, but sometimes he's like, this is awful. It's like Cheetos and frosting, and he's like, yeah, sure, mix it up in the toilet. Why not? That makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't you eat that? 100% would try. You know? So it's like sometimes it's terrible, and he's like, I definitely try it once. But
I've seen him
I'll
on
try to get the name. I'll put it in the
Twitter.
chat.
For the record, this Trader Joe's kimbap is really cheap and one of the best easy microwave meals I've tried.
Nice.
I like doing the microwave curries where you just add rice to it.
Yeah.
Kismet.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot. This guy had multi-attack, so he attacked you twice more and also missed those ones. So
Nice. And this
Nailed
guy
it.
sucks. Should we even really be that scared of him? He keeps missing his attacks.
and that was his surprise round. So Kismet, it's your turn. Oh my god, he goes last. This isn't. Should have let him breathe first.
Okay.
I plan on killing him.
So I'm right up next to him, so that's great. So yeah, I'm just gonna fucking hit him. Or hit him.
Wow.
Willow's gonna need a lot more greater restoration spells.
All
Yeah,
right.
don't turn to stone, please. Don't get stoned.
Hey.
Hey.
Bada bing.
Okay. Attack. All right. First one is
Yeah, and each one of those greater restorations is 100 gold.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
Second one is a natural one, but that's still 14 14. No, 13.
13 misses.
And then a natural 19, which is a crit for me.
Nice.
Oh. For a 31. So 2 hits. And I get my extra attack, so one more time.
Oh, you know.
Last one is a 23 to hit.
What's that?
23 to hit.
To hit? That also hits.
Right. All right, so 3 hits. I'm just gonna wallop him. The first one does 13. Second one is the crit, which does 6 on the die plus 2, so that's 12 plus 25 for the crit, and 20 for the third hit. Points of damage.
Well, you hit 3 times,
Yes.
and they were. What was the first one?
Oh, the first one was. First one I rolled a.
I know it was like 25 and 20 were the second 2.
That would have been. It was 13 for the first one.
Okay, cool. So.
Sorry, it took me a second. Backwards math.
So 45 plus 13 is 58.
Yes.
And when you like that, this arcane stuff that's holding it together lashes out at you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is that a spell?
It is not a spell. It is a magical effect.
Okay. Poop. All right. So sorry. Wisdom saving.
Constitution.
Con save.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, 19 plus 8. That's a 27, baby.
7. Nice. Okay, you're fine. You can
And
feel.
she's just like, evil tree, evil tree.
It almost seizes you up with this like arcane lightning type of power, and you can see that it actually shocks a large area around it, but doesn't quite reach Eliza.
Sweet.
All right, cool. Willow.
Hi.
Orlok says, "Don't hug this one."
Why not?
Oh,
See
man.
people.
You're no fun.
Yeah, but I could just take care of it.
Allard mentioned something about a bear
A bear?
or
What?
moose, deer, something that you kept trying to hug. I don't know. He was talking a lot. I wasn't listening.
Yeah, clearly I wasn't either.
I was trying to make a reference back to our first game where it was like, that would have worked if not for the bear.
I see. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, Orlak. And then I go cast Blight on this tree creature.
Yes.
You make a saving throw at disadvantage because you're made out of tree.
Motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That'll learn you.
I know when I picked this monster, I was like, oh, Willow's gonna love this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck your shit.
Yes, right in the fuck hole.
DC 17. Con.
DC 17. He doesn't have a plus 10 con, so he fails.
I can fail it. You take maximum damage. That is 64 points.
60?
64.
Woo!
And it only takes a 4th level spell slot for me.
It withers up, and you can see like a lot of it's that arcane stuff that's keeping it together, just kind of.
Like, oh, this is really good.
Anything else, Willow?
Do I want to move? I high five Ergoon, and that's it.
bonus action high five.
Yeah.
Orlac.
So Orlac will move over to here so he can get a line on the thing. And he's like, tree thing. All right. And I'm going to cast twin firebolts at it. Ooh. Ooh. Those are nice. That's my plus. Oh. Dirty 20 and then much higher.
Both hit.
Okay. Oh, booyah. Okay, wait. Now I gotta do math. 16.
I was nervous that was a bad. Ugh.
Me too.
51 points of fire damage. Those are cantrips, yo.
Yeah, Willow.
High five.
Willow dried it out, and you hit the tinder. All right, Ergun.
And then I teleport 15 feet. 10, 15.
Finish it off. Ow.
Ow.
Ben, if you're talking, you're muted.
Sorry. Where's the one that Willow hit? Because isn't Blight a touch spell?
Nope.
Now it's raining.
Oh, I
That's a
thought
range
it,
of 30 feet.
okay. I thought Blight was a touch spell. Never mind.
No. I went like this. I got it.
Oh,
Fair.
Caca.
Sweet. So Ergun with his greatsword is going to. Oh, come on, let me move my character, you jerk. It's gonna slash at that dude.
At the
Just got you.
Oh, I thought these were
that's
like.
Krill.
I thought they were like little mini things. My bad. I thought they were also like little mini guys that were fighting. Okay, cool.
Ergun just starts wailing on these statues, and Orlac's like, "Yes, his paralyzing
they were
fear statue strikes
minions.
again."
I'm sorry. I thought they were okay. Regardless, he jumps over to this guy.
The same thing happened when we went to the botanical garden.
Can't take him anywhere.
Everyone has the things against stones. He doesn't like stones.
Not stones. You don't like puppies. You get seasick.
Ever since a stone killed his parents.
Why do they have faces?
These stones are people.
Well, that first one probably missed. Is a 16 hit?
It does not.
Yeah. I rolled a 3.
Balls.
That one probably hits. 33, 31, sorry.
Too high.
Too high.
Fair.
I have to remember how to do combat. We haven't done combat in such a long time.
It's been like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, we didn't do any last time, did we?
Yeah, I think Ergun's last combat, he didn't get to do a whole lot. So he was frightened the whole
Oh,
time.
that's right.
Yeah, I was petrified the entire time.
Not like Pro though, right?
I was
Too soon?
Not petrified.
44.
You were frightened. You were not petrified. Because this guy petrifies people.
34 damage. Do you need me to split up the types of damage, Sean, or are you okay? Cool. 34.
All right, Eliza.
okay. Wow. I whisper to my bow because it talks to me now.
Yes.
Hi, that's what's up.
New friend, are you ready? And I pull him back and I shoot.
Show him hell.
Show him fire. 22.
Hit.
Okay. So that is
Firing
going
now.
to be
Firing your bow.
Firing bow.
okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do calculations now because there's too many things going on. Okay, so that's gonna hit with that's gonna be 6 plus 9 plus 6. I am also going to make him a favored foe now. And I will give him a Colossus Slayer, which will bring him down by 3 points. And then I'm going to shoot again. Same thing. I do not hit this time. That is a natural 1. So But that's going to be 12, 21, 22, 23, 24 points with the arrow of piercing, and 6 of those points are fire. Or lightning, sorry, lightning damage.
How many points?
6 of those points are lightning damage.
Total.
Oh, 24.
24.
All right. Its like arm falls off, and you can see it's just barely holding itself together.
That's right.
Now it's its turn.
Stupid fucking tree. Little bitch.
Little bitch ass tree.
You look like a
You wanna
big
fuck with me?
vicious mockery. Bitch tree.
It's tree.
You look like a sapling.
Yeah.
Take that, shrubbery.
And your mother was a weed.
Whoa. Wow.
Fighting words.
Willow Hickling. Or like we use his dad voice, Willow Elizabeth Hickling. That is not how we talk to our foes.
How did you know my middle name?
I mean, like
Oh, there we go.
50% of women's middle names are Elizabeth. It's a fair guess.
Mine's different.
You do have a
Oh, you're
Willow
special.
Hezekiah Hickling.
Sounds biblical.
There we go.
Ergoon's using his breath weapon?
Nope, that's the guy.
Weapon.
Shouldn't it be on his square?
Yep. It's still gonna hit all of you.
That's
Why not?
I have to
mean.
redraw it.
Mm-hmm.
That's mean.
So everybody
Hello.
make
Oh.
a oh, there it is. Constitution saving throw.
What's the how wide is the cone? 60?
What? Yeah.
60? Oh yeah. 60 is like out here.
Yeah, I just figured that was enough. It's hard because there's this big toolbar in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm sorry, what can I say?
Constitution. Uh-oh.
I'm never kissing my dice again. I got a natural 1.
Uh-oh.
I got an 11.
Did you ask first?
I sure didn't. That's what did it.
29.
That explains that.
I needed the consent.
I'm sorry, dice.
This is gonna be
Mine
awkward.
is 26.
Nice.
Is this a spell?
No.
Damn it. 11.
11.
Technically, I got a 5, but I rolled a 1.
Okay, Willow and Ergoon, you are restrained.
Fuck.
I also
Oh,
got
I
an
have
11.
advantage against this.
Again,
Plans
it-
are magically created or manipulated to impede movement.
no. You are being turned to stone.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
It just takes more than one round to do it.
Oh,
So you're currently restrained. Until the end of the restraining creature's turn.
At least we're next to. Oh no, we're not next to each other.
We'll just be in stone.
Cast Greater Restoration on yourself, Willow.
Wait, I have protection against good and evil.
Yeah, so you have advantage on your saving throw. Or you should.
Against, well, let me look that up.
Is it?
I would think so. It's a Fey or something or other, right? Oh wait, no, maybe not.
I know, I threw it out there just in case.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls. You also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. Okay, maybe not.
It's fine. It would have been a better roll, but I get it.
You probably don't get it.
No.
Yeah, no. So Yeah, so you're...
Wait. I'm gonna use a reaction.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me finish this
Yeah, do the thing.
before I lose track. All right. So you're restrained as you look down and you can see your skin start to harden and turning to stone. And then on your turn, you make another Constitution saving throw and see if it takes you completely to stone.
Great.
All right, I'm gonna use a reaction, John.
Okay, now you can use your reaction.
All right. Then I'm going to. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. I reverse time. I'm gonna use time reversion. So a creature within 60 feet of me that made an action that I dislike, and I dislike this one. The creature's turn rewinds entirely as if it didn't happen, and it must redo any roll, effect, action, or movement. No one but the wielder is aware of the time reversal, but creatures may experience a sense of deja vu. And I suffered 10d6 psychic damage.
Ow.
Oh.
It's called time reversal?
Time reversion. It's from the staff.
Oh, is this something that you created?
No, it's part of the one of the things on D&D Beyond. I just added it to the staff.
Ready again?
What happened?
This might end up worse.
It might.
It could.
Go ahead and roll 10d6 damage whenever you like.
Oh. Be fun.
ND6.
Okay.
I could roll it. I got a lot.
I re-rolled it to a nat 1.
That was my roll.
Damn
Oh,
it!
you guys are so cute together.
Wait,
That was a lot of
did you
reason
roll a
too.
nat 1 too?
That's what I rolled the first time.
Oh, well, that's kind of faded. We just kind of...
Now I rolled a 7 plus, I think 4.
We're still frozen together.
Can I just say, I really like using this once a day thing and taking 10d6 points of damage for you guys to script the roll
But it did
again.
not work.
Oh, no, it gets better.
29, Orlek.
I rolled an 8 this time.
Oh. You're also restrained.
Yeah.
This is why I don't do this very much.
Sucks. Just kidding. Everything is worse. All of
Bill, what
us.
did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Kismet.
So, well, plus 4 is 11.
Oh, I guess I have to re-roll too. It'd be really funny if I flubbed this roll.
A dirty 20, John.
Nice.
Thank God.
15.
15. Nope.
God damn it.
So it's pretty much Kismet.
It's pretty much Kismet.
Go get him, Tiger.
You're not all turned to stone yet.
We have a little
No, no.
bit of fight left.
Give us a second.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all getting stoned.
All right, Kismet. It's your turn.
You can hear Orlok cursing behind you. Like, stupid.
I don't give a bitch.
My scales are going gray. They're dull. I just shine those.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wail on it because I don't really know what else to do. I don't think there really is anything else for me to do.
Willow casts wail on it.
But now that Urgoon is in range with it, I do get sneak attack on my first attack.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Actually, I get it on my first attack that hits, right? That's how it works?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Alright, so first attack is a 27.
That hits.
Can we take
Second
actions?
attack is a natural 19, so that's a crit.
Kill him.
Next one is 7 plus. Is a dirty 20.
Yep. Brian, what was the question?
Are we petrified yet, or just restrained?
Just restrained.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We get a saving throw on
make
our
another
turn.
saving throw on your turn to see if you go all the way.
And the fourth one is higher than that. So 4 hits,
yeah.
one of those hits is a crit. The third one. Cool. So we got 21 on the first one. Why is doing the same math with different numbers so hard sometimes? 16 on the second hit. 5 is 10, so 22 on the crit. I kind of rolled shitty. And 19 for the last.
Nice.
Oh, and my sneak attack damage. Sorry, I didn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's a d6 on my first one. Sorry, I've never done this before. Yeah, 1d6 on the first attack, which is 2. So 2 extra points of damage.
2 extra points of damage. Well, you took him way over. How do you want to do this?
Yes! I think Kismet just sort of sees the slice she made the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Just takes that moment and almost like whirling dervish, like overarm in a circle, and then overarm into the same one, and each slice just slicing closer and closer to the glowing core.
And you hit something in that core, and it just, and the whole thing falls into pieces.
Do the stones come back to life?
Nope. Everybody who is turning to stone, make another Constitution saving throw.
Wait, John, do we get our action
Yeah.
before we save, right? It's like the end of our turn we make that thing.
End of the turn. This is
We haven't hit the end of the turn yet. Some of us have shit we might do.
I'm gonna make my save.
Or cast your spell.
Natural 17.
end of their turn.
End of each person's turn or end of the monster's turn?
End of your own turn.
Okay.
Okay, whose turn is it?
So Willow,
I think it's my turn first. Well, this thing is dead, right?
the thing is dead. Is there anything you want to do?
Before you turn to stone.
Well, I'm just gonna do my save.
You can just do your save. That's fine.
I'm gonna do my save. Gonna save myself. Oh, I rolled a 19.
Nice.
23.
Yeah, Willow
We're
can-
fine.
You can see where it was like kind of creeping down your arm. And you see like dust like kind of fall off of your body as you resist turning to stone.
Take that, little bitch.
Yeah, Orlac. Orlac's turn.
I cast Dispel Magic on Ergoon.
Nice. Ergoon, your petrification starts to go away, or goes away.
Cool.
Now I need to make my save.
That's not what I wanted.
Turn to stone.
No.
Roll to 1.
Wow.
Oh my god!
That was epic. Like, no.
Awesome. Eliza.
That's how you're frozen too. I think that
I rolled a 17 plus 4.
You made it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Greater Restoration on Orlac.
All right. You have a diamond worth 100 gold.
Yes, I do.
Sweet. Mark it off.
I will.
As Willow runs over, puts her hand, takes, but I think there's like incense involved, and takes an action, and they want you to burn incense for that.
Hang on. Greater Restoration. I'm just pulling it up. It's diamond dust worth at least 100 gold piece. So I have to touch him with it and like say some stuff and move my hands and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Sprinkle the diamond dust over him and you finish your no and come back. Willow's now sitting next to you.
Saying things in Druidic like stop turning into stone. Like that's what the spell is.
I like to think she wraps her spells.
My name is Willow and I'm here to say stop turning to stone. That's super dumb.
Not okay.
Not okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks.
Not okay. I have
Not okay.
spells.
Thank you, Willow.
You're welcome. Don't do that again.
You did it first.
Ergun,
You started it.
Ergun gives her a nice little kiss on top of her head. Thank you for saving my friend.
I did it. I did good.
You did great.
Hey.
John, looking about this space, do I see any other movement, any other clumps of trees that look like they might be the same kind of being?
Make a perception roll.
I want to investigate while she's doing the thing itself.
Sure. What are you looking for?
Ooh, I have rolled so many 19s on this die tonight.
We've all rolled so many ones tonight. Everyone has rolled a 1 tonight.
A 25.
Except for you.
Perception.
All right. Orlac, what were you looking for?
Components, interesting magical pieces that I'll study later. I want to see if anything's left of that glowing core part. I'll try to take a piece of that.
Yeah, you find its heart, essentially, and it looks like heart of some sort of creature that has been restrained and intertwined in like branches and
like a Burning Man sort of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell what creature it is?
Make a nature or medicine roll.
Can I help?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll call Willow.
Really?
Willow, what do you make of this?
I'm really good at both of those things.
I will aid her.
Yes.
Medicine even better.
So
Aiding another, yo.
Yeah, what's
Using
that?
guidance.
Oh,
advantage. What?
advantage.
Like,
What?
how great, John, in Baldur's Gate 3 is guidance. It's like the spell that never ends.
I take her with me, make sure she's standing next to me for every damn encounter.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you all to know I rolled an 18 and a 19, and I have a +9 to this roll.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so 28 for medicine.
This looks like a deer heart, very specifically.
Oh no. That deer?
And it's wound up in like these vines, like thorns, but very woody ones. And it also has an antler, also from a deer, maybe the same deer, like that was like driven through the middle of the heart. And it looks like maybe, like, knowing what you two know of magic, like maybe that was like the final component that kept it going.
Really?
How much pain this thing is in.
I mean, deer.
Yeah. Is there, like, can I destroy the thorns? Is there
I'll
something?
say, yeah, like if you can do druid craft and create thorns, I'll say you can wither them and pull them away.
Yeah.
You just kind of
Out of here.
you kind of wither away and you break them off and.
Do have blight after all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now it's just heart with deer antler.
Well, clearly, this was a magical construct of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But where did it come from? Sent here from the other side of some from the Fey realm.
If the deer, it's likely it's from here.
The heart, maybe, but to the rest of this.
You also notice that it has some elven arrows sticking out of it.
The heart or the deer?
The body.
Just the body in general.
Gotcha.
And you can see that some of the elves that were turned to stone around here are like, look like they have just let loose with an arrow, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. I would like to take this. Yeah, I would like to take this over to the deer and make some kind of like Arcana check to see if maybe I can restore this somehow.
I will aid her.
Yeah.
I can also.
Well, I have to agree to restoration the deer as well.
Let's see, your
Medicine tells me that
medicine check earlier. Which silly rules for this.
perhaps Willow, the deer itself is fine for now, but Prill might be able to tell us what's happened recently.
Good point.
Do you have an herbalism kit?
I sure do, John.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Game with their character at first level never used it.
Willow, yeah.
I also have woodcarver's tools that I used in maybe the first or second episode, and that was it. I made a sign for our ship.
With Orlak's help, so you get... That's right. I remember. Whoop, whoop. With Orlak's help, so you have advantage, make a make an herbalism kit check. So it's, I don't know, wisdom? Maybe?
That'd be great. That makes sense.
And your proficiency
Wisdom
bonus.
plus proficiency.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's going to be +9 to this roll. Da-da. 21.
21. Yeah, you take it in this kit, say a little prayer to whoever owned this heart, and you start kind of like mashing it together with some different herbs and with your mortar and pestle, and
Yeah.
then you have salsa.
Yum!
Yum. And make this salve, and you get 3 doses out of it.
Sweet. Might get the little vials and...
Willow, what is the deer heart salve for?
For restoring the deer.
It unpetrifies someone that you smear it on.
Yeah.
But probably
Are you
not. But probably not the deer now, considering you've mashed up its heart in a bowl.
Oh, well, yep.
This deer looks like it was running, so it probably had a heart in it when it was petrified.
I got it. This is a spare heart, and I'm going to pretend that it didn't belong to anyone.
I see.
All right. So obviously I'm going to use the first dose of it on Prill.
Mm-hmm. You come up like it's basically on this board, and you just kind of start smearing it over her, and slowly she just... You can see the color returning back to her skin. She just...
It's all right.
okay,
It's all right.
okay.
It's all right.
You're safe. You're safe. It's us.
I got you.
Oh, and she turns to Kismet and just throws her arms around you and just collapses. And you can see that there's something wrong with her. Her legs are kind of withered. And Willow, it's almost like she's taken a blight spell.
I've seen that kind of damage before, Kismet.
Can you do something about it?
I will lay on hands.
Okay, how much?
It's
Both hands.
it's only 5 hit points, but it will cure a disease or neutralize a poison effect.
Does one or the other?
Yeah, so one or the other. So if she
want to
is
restore hit points, or
does it seem like she's been poisoned or
Probably necrotically drained.
Yeah.
So that's what Willow says. This looks like blight.
Okay. In that case, I'll give her 5 hit points, which isn't much, but...
Yeah. And you can see, like, as you put your hands down in and you pull on the nature around you and Adalia, that her legs kind of come back, the muscle kind of plumps up a little bit, but she just is kind of on the on the ground.
No. Look at me. And I place a hand on her face, like looking straight into her eyes. Can I see any sense of recognition? Does she see me? Does she know where she is?
Make an insight check.
17.
She definitely is disoriented. This is the sort of thing that you might expect with some sort of curse. And she's ink, dink, blink, ink, stinker.
We need to talk to her.
If it's a curse. I don't know what to do.
Willow, couldn't you use another greater restoration? That would remove the curse.
Yeah.
It might help us figure out what to do next.
Greater restoration, I don't think removes curses.
It does.
It does.
Really?
Yep.
I thought remove curse does.
That also does it.
Mm-hmm.
But at a lower level. I mean, so
Yeah,
it's like you get remove curse first.
And one of the following effects. One curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item. So yeah. I will greater restoration.
Could you use that on Eliza and her demon sword?
We discovered not so much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
thought about it.
Willow, I need you to make a wisdom check.
Great. I love wisdom checks.
Very wise.
I love wisdom and checks. Fuck you,
Chex
Jamie.
Mix.
Seriously, though.
Having Chex Mix is very wise.
10.
A 10.
Mm-hmm.
You reach out.
Oh, wait. This is, it's just a straight check, right?
Yeah, straight check.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
reach out, you scatter the dust, you reach out to the nature around you, and some of the vines come up around her, like healing vines, and you kind of, you feel the curse pushing back against you. And it, like, suddenly the vines die all around her, and you feel it like pushing into your hands, and you have to pull away before the curse gets you too. This is a very powerful curse.
And this is on our side of the veil.
They're good.
We need to get her back to people stronger than... this can't be how she...
No, this... Can we get her back to High Keep? The wizards there have got to be strong enough to do something about this.
I mean, do we have that ring of recall? Is that even attuned to High Keep?
Currently attuned to Imperia.
I think it's in tune to a...
It was reattuned.
That's right.
I think one of the gods reattuned it, or
That's right.
Oh no, it was the Archmage.
yeah,
Archmage.
Mm-hmm.
and it goes back to their office now, but it takes one person.
Only one?
Could just be her.
Can we send her with a note clipped to her back?
I'm already writing it.
Did you want to...
John, is it like the spell recall? Is it the spell word of recall, or is it a specific item?
It is the spell word of recall.
Because that's 5 willing creatures.
Oh.
But I mean, maybe the ring works differently. Like it's just the person who's wearing the ring.
Well, that would leave one of us behind.
I hate to ask it, but could you fly home? And she looks at Willow.
Yeah.
Can we give you a head start so we know you're safely on your way before we leave? I don't like separating you.
John, taking a look at Prill, is she getting noticeably worse? Like quickly, or?
She doesn't appear to be getting any worse, but she is delirious and talking and saying weird words you don't understand. And she keeps repeating them over and over again. It's the same nonsensical words.
Okay. I think Willow, we send you towards home. Give you a bit of a head start. But flying, it shouldn't take you too long.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Just, don't get yourself attacked by Philippa, and you should be fine.
It's all right. She's gone now. And I wild shape into probably a giant eagle.
You still have 2 more doses of this heart salve. Did you want to bring back any of the...
Should we? Wait,
elves?
Willow!
No, I'm kidding.
The thing in your hand right now that you're holding, should we use that before?
Oh, this!
We should look for one of the elves that looks clerical. Because if they too have word of recall, or had greater restoration, they could restore the others while we're gone.
Yeah, make a just perception or insight.
Let's see which one's better.
Everybody can do this.
They're the same.
Nothing.
25.
This one.
Yeah. There's one that has a staff and antlers on its head and looks like it's wearing some sort of hide armor.
This looks like a druid.
Perfect. I rolled a dirty 20, so I'm like, yep, I agree.
Very
Agreed,
distracted.
druid. So we polished the druid. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds dirty, John.
I know.
Everything's dirty if you make it dirty.
That's true.
Everything's dirty.
T-shirt.
Put dirt on it.
And
Everything's dirty in the
you see
floor.
them kind of you see there where it looks like trying to like cast a spell or maybe put up a shield or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they, who are you?
My name is Willow Hickling. I am a druid of the coast. You were petrified by this woodland construct. We've taken care of it. It is safe now.
From the same place that she came from.
It was chasing her.
Yes, we
She
tried to
bring it
protect
here.
her. But I think, and she looks around. It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
He kind of
We
looks at
can
her
send
skin,
aid, but go ahead.
looks at her skin and like sees like the stuff that you smeared on her, and she said, "Thank you for bringing me back. Do you have any more of that salve?"
Just enough for about another dose. Do you think we could make more?
After you might know which of your compatriots, greater restoration would work as well. One of your
I have
compatriots.
powers to restore. I have powers to restore, and I know another that does as well. We guard this tomb. You can see the circle down here. It's
Mm-hmm.
a doorway, if you know how to manipulate it correctly. we try to keep people from going through, but your friend came to us and begged us to let her through, and since we figured she was from there, we'd let her go back there.
Mm-hmm.
She came back and she was speaking nonsense. Said something was after her, and next thing we know, this thing came through. We tried to cut it down, but we weren't fast enough. It took us by surprise.
You need to stop letting people through the barrier. It's dangerous.
Except us.
Apart from us.
You
There's
plan on
a wall.
going through?
After we restore this one's mind. Yes.
We
Well,
have some business on the other side.
Since you did us the favor, bringing us back from eternal petrification, you're welcome to use this if you have no other way.
Thank you.
Do you have anything that might restore this one's mind?
Barely spent right now.
Back to
Sorry.
the city then.
We know some others that might be able to help.
All right. So you use the Ring of Recall.
Yep.
Willow, you transform to Giant Eagle.
Yeah. I'll turn to Ergun and I'll say, I'll see you in the city. And then Wild Shape.
Fly safely.
The eagle winks at you.
Druid flirting.
And then Orlak catches Ergun's eye and like touches a potion vial like on his belt, but like good gift.
It is a good gift.
And Willow
Nailed it.
up through the trees.
It's like a red-tailed hawk call.
It's been so dark down here that when you come up above the tree line, and you kind of have to like really like push wings at your side as you kind of like spin through an area, move to the side, and like find it's like going through a little maze, especially like for your wingspan. But you manage to find your way out. And the rest of you gather around Prill and put a hand on her. She's like,
We twist the ring.
and twist the ring, and you all, you just hear, thank you, one more time.
It's going to be real awkward if the Ika Bika thing that you keep saying is don't take me to the city.
Anywhere but the city.
That's going to be real fucking awkward.
If you take
If
me
we
to the
married
city,
it.
I will explode in a giant.
It'll kill everyone.
I am a taking
As Willow
time
flies
bomb.
back, she sees all of High Keep destroyed in a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, there's a flash on the horizon.
What have we done?
Appear in Avery's tower in her study. She looks up. Oh my God! Is that
Master
Master
Avery. Archmage.
Master Orlak?
We have reason to believe she's cursed.
The greater restoration had no effect.
Sounds like
She knows something that we need to know about what is happening in the Fey realm. Do you have means to undo it?
The gift from Jeffrey.
You know, notice that Tony didn't give us fucking cookies.
Tony.
I'll be there in a minute, John.
Thanks. You're the best.
Oh, sure, John gets a cookie.
Well, I'm close enough.
DM privileges.
That's right.
My daughter, before she left for college and was playing in our D&D game, she would routinely bribe me with candy to lower damage done to her character.
Did it work?
Nice.
Yes. Like, I'd be like, well, it's going to hit you for 20 points of damage. And she would like lift up a box of Reese's Pieces and she says, shaky, shaky, shaky. How many now? And I thought on my hand, she poured them in. I said, you take 10.
Ooh. Reese's get you damage resistance. You ask her for something, and she says, "Let me see what I can pull together." And she goes to like a closet and opens it up, and it just like shunk, 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 ding, 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 ding. Like all of these, it's just like wardrobe, and all of these bottles on either side come out, and sliding out comes like all of these different substances, and it's like none of this shit should fit in here, and yet it all fits in perfectly. And she kind of grabs a few things and muddles them together and puts them all together in a pot, and then she takes something that she's it's some sort of catalyzing agent, and
Catalytic converter.
yes, and uncorks it. She stole it out of your car and dumps
That's
it.
why my car's been so loud.
Yeah, and dumps it into this cauldron, and just kind of, and she says a few words and waves her magic wand above it, and you see it suddenly, like, whereas it was this kind of like browny blue before, it suddenly becomes silver. And she reaches in with a vial, pulls it out, and she says, "All right, pull her head back." Let's see, you kind of have to tip her head, and she pours it down her gullet. And she suddenly her eyes come into focus again. This is puts her arms around you.
You're safe.
Relatively.
It's not how we left it.
What happened to you?
Curse me. Curse me. You pulled me out like you always do. Thank
What do you mean
And
it's
she
not?
like puts her hand on Avery's hand or arm and just says, "Thank you."
What do you mean it's not how we left it?
The war has been waging. Hundreds of people, army, all turned to stone. But I met some people in the resistance. They all spoke of you. The queen who would come save them. There was a rhyme that they made me memorize. Don't worry about writing it down. Inka dinka balinka. You lollipop is a stinker. He served up a pie to the king and queen's eye, and they ate it hook, line, and sinker. But the pie, it was a dandy, made with the Baba's own candy. They choked on a thorn and marked him with scorn. Their love would be his calamity. And now he sits on the crown, a tear adorning his frown. A victim to greed, the thorn makes him bleed as it all comes tumbling down. Somewhere in there, he is immortal. Somewhere in there is his the key to making him mortal again. But I couldn't stay long enough to decode it before we were set upon by Ulorian's men, or you Lollipop as they call him.
Need more time with it, but I mean, I have an inkling. But I don't know if there's something more or if it's just me. Is there any safe haven? Or as much as there can be?
I thought in the swamp there was supposed to be a safe place, but that's where they found us. I had to run back here just to get word to you.
I mean, I'm the thorn. It's me. I'm the thorn. There's no other way to put it. I don't know how, though. I don't know why. Me.
Why would you be?
Are you the thorn or are you the love?
Why is Kismet either one of the things? Perhaps these are ingredients of the thing that we must do to him in order to make him mortal. Everything before the part about them choking on a thorn seems to be history. And then they marked him
with scorn. Their love.
Baba.
Baba Yaga.
We need to see her.
Oh, no, we do not.
In from the window, Willow Hickling shows up. Through the potion.
Sorry. What'd I miss?
If we're taking this,
just come out.
I hand her a piece of paper. With the poem on it.
If we take this literally, then he dethroned the king and queen. Using an eye made from something of Baba Yaga, but they managed to mark him magically in some fashion, prove it with something that love would be his calamity.
Me. I'm their love.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now he sits on the throne, a tear adorning his frown.
Which could be hyperbole or could be literal.
Tears are normally from eyes.
Yep.
He's wearing a jewel.
You might need to take a look at this. And Kismet pulls out of her pack a letter that she got. I think it might be related. And she hands Orlok a letter she received via Palexia, which was a druid that we met who had gifts for us from Baba Yaga.
That's
and
right.
mine was a letter. And it says, Kismet, too long, Calixtus child, have you denied thy race. You did ape the street rats than the manners of thy captain. It be time to embrace that which ye have left in shadow. Signed, Grandmother.
Yes.
Grandmother.
Grandmother's, Baba Yaga is referred to grandmother for everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
But.
Yeah, but everyone's not like.
Be careful, Kismet. Baba Yaga, according to the stories, takes a very dim view of those who would claim relations with her that is not true. At least in the stories. She's not family oriented.
It does seem, though, like it was something she made that killed your parents.
Out of character for a second, we were calling Baba Yaga grandmother for like everybody, as a setting thing. Just
Yeah.
it's sort of a common, like
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
No, I knew that. I was just
Okay,
I was just saying the last word that she said.
so if these are directions or some sort of prophecy or what have you, it makes sense that the Kismet would be the love that's foretold to bring him down.
I'm curious about a tear adorning his frown, and then the thorn makes him bleed as it all comes tumbling down.
They choked on a thorn. So the thing
They
that
choked on a
killed them,
thorn.
Made with
And
the
the-
Baba's own candy. They choked on a thorn.
And
right?
the thorn makes him bleed.
So the thorn is not Kismet. It is something to do with the thing that brought down the parents.
Or whatever they marked him with. That scorn.
That seems to me as something like a curse or a weakness. They marked him in their last breath, marked him magically in some fashion.
Maybe the tear adorning his frown?
I heard a similar tale.
What I don't understand is, presumably he knows this, yes?
Well, what I'm getting is that it seems like he made a deal with Baba Yaga, correct? I mean, if this pie exists.
And certainly he made a deal to get the pie. He might not have necessarily said what he was going to do with it, though. It's likely
Right.
Baba Yaga knew. But what I don't understand is, Kismet, he wanted you to join with him, yes? Back before, originally.
Yeah, keep your friends close.
A way
and
for him
closer.
to seize the legitimacy of the crown
But
in the eyes of those who see him as a usurper.
sure, but he wanted you to marry him, yes? Be with him in some fashion.
Easiest way to control somebody.
I think it's just so he would be my husband and therefore the king.
Well, no, yeah, I understand that, but the point I'm trying to get at is, if he knew, presumably, that something about you is part of the thing that would bring him down, why would he voluntarily bring you to him?
To change the narrative. Don't believe somebody with an ego as large as his thinks that he is subject to the whims of fate.
Yet Fey are
He'd think of it as knowledge with which to forewarn himself and keep
the Fey are
from
bound,
happening.
typically, aren't they? Bound by bargains, bound by their rules, as inexplicable as they are.
I just think he wanted to keep you closer so he could keep an eye on you 24/7 and probably feed you a false narrative,
That's possible as well.
keep you under
He
control.
would have taken it as a battle easily won.
Have you guys noticed the poem calls him Eulalipop?
See the candy?
It's made with the Baba's own candy.
I mean, John, did we get the sense from Prill that this is something that everybody knows? I thought she was saying that, like, the rebels, this was like their rhyme. I guess I'll just ask her, like, is this known? Is this...
It's apparently an old rhyme. Someone discovered, I don't know who exactly, but they all had it memorized in case they needed it. I thought it might be important.
And very likely is.
Mm-hmm.
So the first line may just be bardic
I mean, sure, but it's a hell of a coincidence that they call him you lollipop, and then we're talking about pie and candy. And...
Perhaps pixies wrote the poem.
Maybe.
I would much rather go to the Fey world and fight an army than talk to Baba Yaga. I'd rather be back fighting the ship again with the sharks than talk to Baba Yaga.
All right, I think your point's clear.
John, is she in the Fey realm?
Hard to say. She kind of comes and goes as she wishes.
Must be nice.
It's said that even the gods can't control Baba Yaga. Speaking of which, Eliza, you said that you can commune with your goddess now, yes?
Yes.
Perhaps
Oh.
he kind of gestures at the poem.
So is Baba Yaga like a god or more of a Fey being or...
Or like perks up, he's like, well, there are many. Launches into it.
Sit down.
You launch into it, I'm going to pee again.
12 hours later.
Yeah, I know. It's like 27 days later. I mean, in the way John and I talked about Baba Yaga was that she's, in theory, she's Fey, but she's sort of unique. Like, does she come from Aldgate? Who knows? Is she from other worlds? No one really knows. She's just uber powerful, and even the gods kind of walk daintily around her.
Mm-hmm.
But she has this habit of, she's very capricious.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she's definitely not friendly or helpful unless she is. But it's always like when she wants to be.
Yeah.
It's never like when you want her to be.
You don't ask her, she decides.
Right. Like, you know, like people who go to her for help,
regret it.
it usually ends badly. Because usually she has a lesson to teach them. And it involves long quests and being turned into things. And, you know, inevitably they get done going, God, I really wish I hadn't asked her for help, which might be the lesson. Like, don't ask her for help. Stop bothering. So, I mean, yeah, in like we had decided that all the witches of the Midgard originally
Midlands
originally derived their teaching from her.
Okay.
And like, so in theory, she runs all the witch circles in the Midlands.
Okay.
But no one really sees her unless she wants to be there. But the last time she was known to be seen is she brokered the deal with the orcs.
Okay. That's a big deal.
Basically told people like, no, they live here now.
Okay.
And everybody went, yes, grandmother.
Yes, grandmother. Please don't kill us, grandmother. Thank you, grandmother.
Pretty much.
Yeah, hi, I'm a witch from the Midlands. Yep.
Yeah. So like all witches in the Midlands are pretty much like the daughters of Baba Yaga.
Okay.
But even they are like, yes, it's far removed and, you know, on the other side of the family lines, and we shouldn't talk about it anymore because she'll get angry.
Well, and that's the thing I think about Baba Yaga is there are, just because of the way that witches are in Aldgate, there are good witches and there are bad witches. And depending on how Baba Yaga woke up that morning depends on which one she is.
Yeah.
She can be warm and kind and give you guys boons. And she can also, you know,
Fuck shit up.
Yeah, kill everybody in a town.
Yeah.
I lift up, so I will lift up the netherlight and I will say, well, friend, shall we commune with the gods?
No, I haven't done this yet, so we can give it a shot.
You got this, buddy. Adalia, specifically.
Sure.
Prepare your questions ahead of time because it's yes or no questions.
Oh,
I'm not sure it is.
3 questions that can be answered yes or no.
I was looking at 2 different things.
nope.
Yep.
Answered with a yes or a no. In a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest, the GM might offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
But the question you ask has to be answerable with a yes or no.
Yes or no. Okay. So,
What do we need to know first? Perhaps something like, do we need to rule out talking to Baba Yaga? Or can we just rule that out ourselves?
You could ask if the thorn in the riddle is Kismet.
That would be a good thing to determine.
the thorn in the riddle, Kismet.
You're so smart, Ergun.
You're so pretty and kind. Your words are like nectar to my ears.
Ergun, I'm trying to think.
Avery just goes, oh, get her.
Yeah, I think like telepathically, Kismet, you hear Orlac go, I regret doing this.
Perhaps what is the Autumn Daddy's name?
Eulorian.
Lorian.
Is Eulorian the Baba's candy? Which I don't know what that would mean, so maybe no.
I didn't get that out of it, but maybe that's could ask.
Their love would be its calamity.
I am assuming right now you're trying out questions with each other and not asking.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps like something about like, is the tear a physical object?
Is it a tattoo?
But I mean, even if it is a physical object, I'm not going to talk in character because it's too hard. But even if it's a physical object, does it have anything to do with taking him down? Like, it just seems like it's a throwaway line in the middle.
Yeah.
A victim to greed, the thorn makes him bleed.
So the greed is certainly him taking over.
Yeah, but he doesn't just want to take over, he wants to win.
Right, but whatever his obsession is, that's the greed part, because it's the thing that led him to take down the parents and
his ambition. Perhaps, do we already have what we need to take him down?
That's a good general question. Yeah.
Write that down.
Those sound like a good 3, at least to start off with.
Okay, so do we have what we need? Is Kismet the thorn?
And then the one that Ergun said.
That was the thorn one.
Oh, okay. What was the other one? It was...
Do we have what we need to...
No.
Yeah, that's one or 2.
I think you asked if Lorian was Baba Yaga's candy.
That was an idea. Yeah,
That one doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Or maybe like, do we have to talk to Baba Yaga?
Do we have to?
That would be a great note.
That would be. Okay.
It's like the answer comes out yes. It's like, well, I have these things in Imperia. I left the oven on.
I'm out.
I think my stove has been on this whole time.
Yeah.
For years. It's amazing.
Dug down into the molten heart of the planet. Now it's sort of some weird fusion engine. Anyway.
Awkward.
Okay. So I'm going to take the bow. John, I'm going to add a little flavor to this. Tell me if I'm wrong about it.
Rock and roll with the flavor.
Okay, so you see Eliza sit down and take the bow, and she sits like cross-legged, and then she starts to kind of pull and release the string very gently, getting it to make almost a humming sound, like almost as if it was a musical note, and casts Commune.
Here. Yes, Eliza. What questions have you for me today?
Hello. Do we have what we need to defeat Eulorian?
That is unclear.
From the poem, is Kismet the Thorn referenced?
I believe that is what was intended.
Thank you. Final question for today. Do we have to talk to Baba Yaga? Do we need to talk to Baba Yaga?
Well, need is an interesting word. But if Eulorian made a deal with her, you might want to know the terms.
Thank you. You have been perfectly unclear.
Welcome to the gods.
And I kissed the bow. What? Consent?
Of course. Now we're married. Huzzah.
What? No!
In bow culture, that's...
Happy it, Mina!
So Mina did a thing.
I divorce you, but also no. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this spell and I'm gonna tell them what I heard. So, anybody know how to talk to Baba Yaga?
Might I?
Put your hand down, Willow.
I'm sorry.
We don't want to do this.
I know, but if we have to, I'm probably our best bet.
I might be able to help.
I mean, we have to figure out what the terms of this deal was.
And that's really all we're asking about is what are the terms of the deal?
Is she gonna be one of those people that needs something in return?
All the Fey are that way.
I am running out of stories to give away.
On how grandmother's feeling that day.
Even in the tales, when she is being benevolent, she still often makes those who come to her do things. Fey, like as Ergun said, Fey are all about bargains and deals.
I think it'll have a great deal to do with how she feels about Lauren's side of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And you, I would think, considering that in Elorian's absence, you would be the one to lead the Fey realm.
And me.
If she cares about the Fey realm, it's hard to say with Baba Yaga.
It would seem that she cared enough to make Elorian there.
Well, what if we reach out to Alexia, since she's the one who delivered Baba Yaga's boons to us?
That seems like a good idea.
I mean, we would have to go back to Blackgate for that, but...
Could you get us there?
Could I get us there?
Marie could probably transport us.
Yeah, that would be easier.
I guess I'm just chopped liver then.
Oh, Avery!
I just figured, Archmage, that you had other things to do than ferry us about.
I have students.
Like,
They need practice doing this sort of thing. And we have an entire dungeon full of teleport circles to all the major cities, so...
That is true. Well, we could go back to Blackgate.
Might be nice to check in with some of my family.
Kismet, this is in many ways your quest. Do you feel it's wise to follow this route, or do you want to proceed to the Fey realm directly?
I don't want to walk into the same place that Prill left unless I know more about what's going on, and I can't do that unless we talk to her.
I mean,
I'm not so bold as to think I'll get a warm reception, but I feel as though this is at least of some interest to her. For whatever reason. And maybe, just maybe, it's interesting enough to I don't even know. I have no notion of how this will go, but I'm fairly certain this is the right path.
it may be that even Baba Yaga either doesn't have or doesn't want to share information about the Fey realm's current condition. It may be that in the end, the only way we will learn is to go there.
For all we know, she may be residing somewhere within the Feywild. I have no idea how to even begin.
Usually, according to the tales, she has a hut on chicken legs that walks around.
Yes, but finding said hut.
There can't be that many. The chicken legs is a dead giveaway.
From what I've read, Baba Yaga finds you.
Well, perhaps we just need to make our
Yay.
intentions known.
To the mainland.
Could we make her an offering?
Hello.
What would we give her?
Perhaps there's some sort of druidic ritual you could do
Are we not
with nature or
Bring-
something.
the meeting with Palexia at all? Is that not under the table anymore? Or
Time seems to be a... Oh, good. Sorry.
If Palexia had the connection, Palexia might be able to assist.
She may have just been a vessel through which a message was passed with no idea.
The other thing that I would note is that Prill, and I look at Prill and give her a nod, but it's like, Prill, you said that the war has been going on for many hundreds of years.
No. There were hundreds of people turned to stone.
Is time in the Fey realm faster than it is here or slower?
Depends on when you come through.
it's fun. Willow says sarcastically.
If we can reach Baba Yaga through a ritual, it would be quicker than traveling to the Midlands, because then we still have to come. Well,
Even with the teleport?
I was thinking that we had to come back here to use the same area of instability, but it could be that there's areas of instability in the Midlands we could use, though I am loath to suggest puncturing more holes in the barrier.
We might use one that was overlaid before.
Also, Avery did say that there are teleportation circles. We might be able to use the same teleportation circle to get back.
I was thinking more the getting to the Fey realm.
Right, but if we need to come back here to go back to the forest so we can go to the Fey realm, there are options. Personally, I would like to have as much information as possible before joining a war in another realm.
I just hope we get information from Baba Yaga.
Well, how about we...
The forest that we went to that was under the realm of the other... Oh God, what's his name? Fuck, I always forget his fucking name.
Today's
What?
forest?
The forest that we got the Skull of Zangers from. That's in the Midlands, isn't it?
Far to the
that's way in the north, though.
What about the forest where we first met Autumn Daddy?
Yeah, that's just outside of.
Just over the border.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of other places where the veil would be thin, that perhaps we wouldn't go back through a spot where he would likely have an ambush waiting for us.
Archmage, isn't it? Did I read correctly that the Fey, for lack of a better term, cities that are appearing, sometimes they're in one forest, but sometimes they're in a different forest, and it moves around?
Yes, that appears to be the case. We sent people, sent emissaries to find that they were no longer in the same place. And then they sent emissaries to tell us that they were angry that we hadn't met them, even though, because for some reason we didn't know where they were. It's been a political nightmare.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Perhaps then Blackgate it is.
Well, once we're in Blackgate, I could even send some kind of message to Palexia to meet with us.
Let's do that.
I could cast a spell. I think I have sending. It said, and then looked at his spell list.
I mean, I could send a wild companion as well. Perhaps an owl? Or a small bird?
That would be a hoot.
Small bird.
I cast Fireball.
Bird.
That,
This bird is called Fireball.
let her know that we're coming and ask the druids in your circles perhaps to start preparations for such a...
Well, if nothing else, we could do sending and say, look, we need to talk to Baba Yaga. Can you facilitate that or tell us what to do in order to do that? And she could respond in 25 words.
There could. I mean, Plexia herself is one of the Babas. She is quite a powerful witch, so.
John,
I think it's probably more polite to go ask her
could
than
I
just to jump into her head.
use sending, but cast it on Willow and let her send a message?
According to the book, no, but I love that. So.
Well, and Willow,
Eh?
I would like to try something. Archmage, do you have a shielded area we might work in?
The last
yes.
time someone asked me to trust them, I fell from a great height, so.
I promise I shall not drop you. I won't fly
I
at
had no
all.
idea what he was trying to do.
Hallie still feels guilty about that from Pelesse.
Yes.
Not about trying to kill you.
shoulder.
Yeah, she says, oh, yes, of course. Come to my workshop. And she takes you behind another bookcase. Apparently bookcases are doors in this place. And
That's rad. I like that.
yeah.
I like that, Avery.
Yeah. I think Brian is sitting in a place right now that you have to get there by going through a bookcase. So,
True.
yep.
Nice.
She takes you in there, and you can sense the magic all around you. That's basically, there's like a magical border.
Mordor?
No, the ring into Bordor.
Bore the door.
So, Willow, stand here in the center. And I'm going to kind of go behind
What do I
Willow.
do with my hands?
And I'm going to place my hands on her head, and I'll say, Willow, I want you to reach down to the place where your magic comes from. I want you to contemplate it, to feel.
Had the look of like a cat. Go on, sorry.
Feel the connections that you have to nature, from which your magic derives. When you have it firmly in your mind,
Yeah.
now call out to grandmother as I cast sending.
Wait, we're talking to Baba Yaga right now? That you were talking to Pelexia.
She is a baba.
He didn't say that.
Depends. Willow, who do you reach out to? Because
I would have reached out to Pelexia.
All right.
That was not the spell I cast.
I don't want.
Because I think Orlac, in your mind telepathically, when he's holding your head and you're reaching for your magic, he's like, look, your magic derives from her teachings. There is an innate connection, arcane, through which you are bonded. Through sending, it is possible to send her a message. I suggest a respectful one, begging for an audience. Perhaps she will tell us where we can go to meet with her. I fear we do not have much time before Kismet's friends and family are gone. We must move with alacrity.
What's alacrity mean?
Fast.
Okay.
There is some risk, but I will share it with you.
Okay. Do I mention Eulorian at all, or is that going to set her off?
I'm sure she already knows. If there is backlash, it will come through me, because I'm the one casting the spell. But it'll be worth it if we can get to Kismet's family in time.
25 words?
25 words.
Right then.
I've never written a letter like this before, but
I can't believe it happened to me.
Hello, Baba. It's me, Willow.
long-time fan, first-time caller.
Baba, can you hear me? Baba, are you listening?
Are you right behind me?
Baba, please don't kill me.
Yeah, right. Please don't kill me for sending this message, but we need to talk with you. All right, so then when Willow's ready, I cast sending, targeting, can't even believe I'm saying this, targeting Baba Yaga.
Of all people.
Yeah. I'm shocked.
It's for Kismet.
Equal parts sweet and annoying.
He's all about family.
Yeah.
It's like Fast and the Furious.
Family.
That's a great drinking game, by the way, for Fast and the Furious. Just drink every time someone uses the word family.
Or a death sentence, one of the two.
Yeah.
The
The later movies really do shift from death sentence to family.
Well, I mean, drinking every time they say family is a death sentence.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
Also so.
It's not too late. We can get a nice coastal resort in Adricium. You know, we'd have servants, wear togas. Just saying, we could blow this whole world-saving thing off and just live a life of luxury until the John show up.
How much money we have in that portable hole? Once you put all the hats.
How much?
I think each of us just is carrying around about 10,000 gold pieces. Like,
Oh, big time. Yeah. A big spender.
build a mansion out of our gold pieces.
Not quite.
Yeah.
All right, Willow, you ready?
Eliza
Almost.
spent 50,000 gold pieces on hats, but you know,
Even if you sell them back at half price, that's 25 grand.
I know. I'm not sure how Eliza spent 50,000 gold pieces on hats, but
I did not spend 50,000. I spent like 15,000. And it wasn't just hats. It was like scarves and cloaks and dresses and headbands.
The cutest underwear you've ever seen.
Oh my God. It had bunnies.
It was so cute.
you filled a 6 foot by 6 foot pit with
Yep.
clothes.
Yes.
Not like hung up, just
Yeah.
piles.
Yes.
It's like an archaeological dig now.
Yes. No, I gave them all away, remember?
Well, yeah, then you gave them away, but
Did the will of good place?
Yes.
Yeah.
But nobody
Where
needs
I,
to ski.
where I started to create my army of salvation.
Mhm.
Yes.
I believe we call that a cult.
The homeless don't need your skis.
But the dwarves looked great in that underwear.
No, I kept the bunny underwear. That's just for me now.
This really brings out the bristle in my beard.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
This is stupid.
I cast a spell.
Oh, great and powerful grandmother, we humbly request your guidance regarding Eulorian and the war in the Fey realm. We have many questions. Thanks.
You have one more word.
No, I don't.
Muchly.
Oh yeah, I do have one. Thanks. Thanks much.
You hear like a long pause.
I start sweating.
You're not sure if it worked. And then you hear this. And it's like echoing inside your head.
Orlak's nose starts bleeding.
Yeah. In fact, Orlak, because you're channeling this, you can actually hear it as well.
Am I doing like a?
Yeah, and you just turn inside out.
Oh my God.
No! Those parts need to stay in.
She says, "Oh, Willow, one of my favorite little grandchildren. Why don't you come over for a cuppa?
Just
We'll
me?
chat. Bring your friends, they're lovely." You realize this is not fucking sending.
Now Orlak's ears are bleeding.
Yeah.
It's coming down to the eyes.
Your fate and mine and all of these players are intermingled. We're far past time to speak. Do you prefer cucumber or peanut butter on your sandwiches?
I like cucumber.
Very well.
Vegetables are nice.
I shall prepare for you. Go visit your family, and I will send word.
Yes, grandmother.
Hey,
What?
give that boy a kiss for me.
For you?
And that's it.
And the sending ends, Orlak's hands fall from your head and he collapses in a heap.
I feel like I
What
fall to
did
my knees at
Alexia
that point,
say?
too.
Do we hear that?
No. They're in another room.
Yeah.
Avery's like, "Oh dear God," and like she hears the clump of a giant dragonborn. Actually, the group, all of you hear the.
Yeah.
And she opens up the bookcase, and he's there on the ground with like blood coming out of his head, and that's what Will looks like.
Willow, what happened?
What did Alexia say?
I didn't talk to her. That was Baba Yaga. I talked to Baba Yaga.
You what?
Is she mad at Orlok?
Did she
Ergun will go to Orlak, help him up, and start kind of patching up his bleeding.
Oh, I'm unconscious.
Oh, I'll just hold him up.
Weekend at Bernie's. Weekend at Orlax. We're to meet her in Blackgate, I guess. She's making cucumber sandwiches.
Well, that sounds all right.
I think we'll be okay. I'll get to see my family.
The way you said that sounded like what you meant to say was, I'll get to see my family before I die.
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
Orlak comes to.
Do you remember anything?
I'd like to try cucumber sandwiches. I've never had a cucumber sandwich.
They're not as exciting as waffles,
Or
but
oysters.
they're light and refreshing.
Yes, waffles are good. The oysters were good as well.
Crunchy.
I would like to try more of these things.
Yeah.
You have missed out on so much food.
God, I thought we hung up.
Alive heard that one.
I have. You are correct, grandmother.
That was Eliza's bow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, God. Okay.
your talking stick is correct. I have missed out on many foods. We should get some of these foods now.
Jealous of your tongue.
It is excellent, isn't it?
Okay, you guys, you're talking in my head, and it's a lot right now.
No, I was talking out loud.
No,
Well,
my brain.
Can we go to the circle where we go to Blackgate?
I pull out the last little bit I have of the pilastry, and I give it to, what's the dragon's name? Varshan?
The dragon?
Yeah.
Mirgid.
Mirgan?
Mirgid.
Mirgid.
I got my consonants wrong.
Is this a breaded
Mirgid?
meat?
This is a meat pastry, a bacon pastry,
Oh.
to be specific. One of the best pastries that has ever existed on the face of this planet or will ever exist on the face of this planet.
I must have
I'm
it.
going to give you my last bite of it. But after you've enjoyed it and chewed and swallowed, could you please give us Orlak back? Because we really need him right now.
Oh, he's resting right now. And you see him kind of like almost like he's like contemplating. He's like, I think he's sleeping. I don't hear him right now. I'm sure he's there somewhere.
All right.
Is he harmed?
His body doesn't seem to be harmed, no.
His
We're bleeding
brain,
out of your ear holes.
psyche.
I don't know. It is. I seem to be alone here.
What?
Here.
I mean,
eat
you're
this.
here, but in my head, I seem to be alone.
Eat this and drink this. It goes well together. And I hand him the last bit of pastry and also just a potion of healing.
Ooh, the blue ones. I do like the blue ones. Tingly. Like the blood stops flowing out of his ears, and like kind of wipes away.
Avery says, so,
Keeps his scales.
Ergun, have this happened before?
Sorry?
Ergun, has this happened before? Sorry, not you, Avery.
Not like this.
You are new, he says to Avery.
Oh, yes. Hello. Nice to meet you. Who am I talking to?
Mirgid,
Oh,
the Destroyer.
shit.
And he starts listing titles like, Ravager of the Mountains, Destroyer of. It goes on for a while.
First of the dragons.
Yeah, First of the Dragons, progenitor of the Draken, elder wing warrior of blah, it goes on for a bit.
I'm Archmage Avery Hemlock. We met once. You probably wouldn't remember. It was during the war.
You were younger.
I was indeed. Blonde hair, not white.
Yes, you wore the thing.
Yes, it had straps.
Yes,
My war outfit.
I do remember.
Well, you all wish to go to Blackgate. Let's go to Blackgate.
He keeps his scales so shiny.
Yep.
Perhaps we ought to get ourselves to Blackgate. I don't think we ought to keep grandmother waiting. And perhaps Orlok will come back after a night's rest.
We're having tea with grandmother.
Do you
Ah,
Plus,
Does she like you?
I have been a guest at her tea table many times.
Did the last time end well?
We played pinochle.
That sounds dirty.
Okay.
Cards were quite clean.
Okay.
Baba Yaga's hut is very fastidious.
Urgun.
Avery leads you down the tower.
Hold on, I want to pull Urgun aside for a moment.
As you're walking down the stairs,
Yeah.
pull Ergun aside.
Urgun, if Orlok was killed during that spell, I would need to cast Revivify now to bring him back. We don't have much time. Does your instinct say that I should do that? Or do you believe he's just resting?
I would think that Mergid would have a better understanding of that than me.
He seems to enjoy using Urgun's body far too much to care about that.
Is Orlak's body behind me as we're walking or in front of me?
However you want it.
Suppose he's
Probably
probably
a picture, but
Orlak is probably taking Mergid's probably taking his time walking along.
he's probably very distracted by things.
Yeah.
I think
Like, holy shit, arms.
Wait,
So-
are we walking somewhere?
Yeah, we're walking down
We're
to
taking
the...
you downstairs so she can teleport you to Blackgate.
Oh,
Yeah.
downstairs. Okay.
I
Through the
will,
great hall where Mergid is like, oh, look at all the little wizards.
they may be strong enough to face me in battle, but not yet.
just a moment, Liza. And Ergun will like slow down and place himself in front of Mergid.
You
No.
have a question, young one?
Is Orlak alive?
He doesn't. I don't hear him, but his body lives.
Search harder.
Excuse me. And he kind of gives you this like a look that Orlak doesn't have, but he gives you this piercing look, and you can almost feel the weight of the age, because this is like an ancient dragon, but it's like all coming out of his eyes. Like, perhaps, Wormling, you should rephrase.
Your chosen lies dormant in a capacity that you are unaware of. My faith in your power wanes at this moment.
Unless you plan on challenging me, Worm, I suggest a more respectful tone.
Don't fight.
More fight.
Don't fight. I
Um,
don't like it when you guys fight.
so So John, my true sight allows me to see into the ethereal plane. Do I see and like I would also probably see the true form of Mergen. So like I'm very well aware, I think, of what's of Mergen, who he is and all that jazz, but do I see Orlac at all?
I'm not sure if he were dead or alive, you would see him on the ethereal plane.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not terribly well versed with that either.
I mean,
so let me just say what True Sight says. Basically, I can see through normal and magical darkness, see invisible objects and creatures. Furthermore, I can see into the ethereal plane within the same range. So I guess that's more of it. I was just curious if I could see alternative presences, I guess, that were like surrounding that body. Anyway,
I mean, Mergen's not really in the ethereal plane. He's sort of in Orlac. I mean, I would think like maybe at most you might get like the shape, like a ghostly shape of him.
Yeah,
superimposed.
That's kind of more or less what I'm thinking, what I'm imagining.
But Orlac would probably look about the same as he always does on the ethereal. Like
yeah,
look at him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is Orlac would look about the same, but you could see maybe like this ghostly.
Well, it'd be much bigger. I mean, he's titanic. And he was an ancient dragon, so he's gargantuan. Probably doesn't fit in the hallway.
John, his wounds healed a little when I did feed him that potion.
I don't see any like cuts on him. He was just bleeding from his nose, so he had internal injuries.
But he stopped bleeding when I gave him the potion?
Yes.
I think Kismet just puts a hand on Argoon's shoulder and says, his wounds began to heal. With the potion, I think he just needs time.
Argoon totally ignores Kismet.
Mergen's still just staring at him.
Yeah, I'm staring right back. Argoon switches to Draconic.
Ooh. I'll speak there.
I speak with the respect driven by the strength of your blood that courses through my body and the body that you inhabit. If Orlac is gone, there are actions that need to be taken presently.
So he kind of, there's like a bit of a harumph sort of noise, and like, you know, he doesn't have fire, but Mergen did. And for some reason, like smoke comes out of like Orlac's nostrils anyway. And he says, passable, young one. Respect to your elders is good manners, he says in Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe he is gone, just absent. So magic to bring back the dead would have no effect at this time. That is my belief. But where he is, I know not.
Perhaps the grandmother will know more. Your answer shall suffice.
I like to think that the two of them were like, we just suddenly stopped on the staircase and watched two Drakens scream at each other in what sound to us like just dragon screeches.
I don't think it's like loud. I think it's just like very
intense.
Yeah, it's very
We're just kind of watching.
There's probably like palpable tension. Like it can easily like just erupt into fighting at any time.
Yeah.
Wrong thing.
Yeah, and you'll see Argoon will dip his head as a sort of not bow or nod. Basically, you show Merrigan the respect that he deserves. And so just like a little bit of like smoke come out of his nostrils, and he'll turn around and walk.
Merrigan kind of nods. And then oddly, like there's like a vase on a nearby table, and he like takes it. Yes, and puts it in a pouch. This will be good in the horde.
Chismet, you notice as things go back to normal, Avery does one of these, and the wand that was in her hand disappears back up her sleeve or somewhere.
As Argoon passes Eliza, we'll find out more about Orlok's fate, I believe, from grandmother. Nothing we can do at the moment.
Okay.
And we'll just keep walking.
I think actually with the vase thing, I think he looks at Avery and says, "I'm taking this."
She says, "Yes, you are."
And it wasn't really a question as much as just informing her that he was taking that.
Mm-hmm.
And like as you walk, he's taking like every so often he's grabbing something else, and it's like shiny magpie situation. Like, yes, this is for the horde, and he's putting it into Orlok's like haversack, like dragon.
Yeah.
Yep. Classic.
Classic dragon. She leads you downstairs through the hallway and into the dungeons where there are these vaults. It's like a giant vault that she opens up. There's a bunch of guards down there who are just like, they're like wizards in military gear, essentially. And they open things and then take you inside an inner vault that has all these other vaults inside it, and each one is labeled for a different city. Mournhaven, Valentina, all the major ones, and she takes you down to the Blackgate one, opens it up, brings you inside. She actually grabbed one of the apprentices, a guy who looks like he's about 22, 23. And she says, now watch closely.
Oh, before she starts casting, Merrigan's going to say, Avery, I'm glad to see that you survived the war.
Thank you. I'm glad that you did in your very own way as well.
More or less. Perhaps we will meet again. And he strides mightily, as he does all things, because he's a dragon, onto the pad.
Looks at this apprentice, and she says these words, which, well, I guess Merrigan would recognize immediately, these arcane words that are of a teleport circle spell, and she has him repeat after her. She does the spell because she doesn't want him fucking up, but he's kind of going through the motions with her as she says, "Oh, you did send word ahead, didn't you? And you're gone."
We
And with
didn't.
that's where we'll cut for the night.
Oh my god.
Didn't tell them.
Merrigan hopes that we get
That could
attacked.
happen.
Merrigan hopes you get attacked. He hasn't been in a good fight in a while.
I heard Merrigan hopes you get a cat.
Yeah, I heard that too the first
He
time.
wants a cat for his horde, and he hopes you get attacked. Or that we get attacked so that he can fight things. Because it's been a long time since he got to destroy anything.
Well, friends, we learned a lot tonight.
Kind of feels like a couple steps forward, couple steps back situation.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah.
It's a dance. Yeah. Taking it in stride. Making it positive.
Pas-de-bourrée. Kick, flip, kick, flip. Pas-de-bourrée. Pas-de-bourrée. Kick, while change.
You're what?
That's the African anteater ritual.
I mean, if we're going to fight an army, I will happily play Merrigan if I can use all of his stats. Because a CR-23 dragon would really come in handy.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I cannot imagine how tired the Central Coast people are. I'm fully. You're doing
All right,
great.
let's call it, people.
Okay, I love you all.
Good job.
Night.
Good night, friend.